Shabbat Shalom family on Facebook and YouTube. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law does he meditate day and night. He shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth his fruit in his season. His leaf also shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff which the wind driveth away. Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sitteth in the congregation of the righteous. For the Lord knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish. Hallelujah. Shabbat Shalom, family. All right, Shabbat Shalom, fam. We're good on YouTube on the live stream. Yes, sir.
Got one of the people, you got Facebook group.
All right, I'm good. All right, Shabbat Shalom, fam. It's good to see y'all. This Shabbat. Had a wonderful Feast of Tabernacles.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? All 8 days, man, was wonderful. Yes, sir. Let me sip this real quick. Cause I'm a little gassed, I ain't even gonna lie. But it's good to be in front of y'all. As y'all see, today's title is Heathen Politics is No Place for an Israelite. We have a governor and king. Also, the wickedness of voting. Yeah, that's the title. Is Heathen Politics is No Place for an Israelite. We have a governor and king. Then you can put a slash. The wickedness of voting. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna uncover some stuff today about voting rights, you know what I'm saying, now that which I could have went deep into it and like got into the racist history of both the Democrats and the Republicans. But I chose to kind of go another route. So when you see the title, you know what I'm saying, we had the right to vote in this land as blacks since what, 1964. It's 2020, right? Mm-hmm. So what? That's close to 60 years. Mm-hmm. 60 years we had the right to vote, and our condition has been the same. Right. Most killed still. Most ostracized, impoverished. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Most divorced, most broken households. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you want to call it. And you know, some people want to throw the argument, well, it takes years for legislation to pass, and it's 6 decades, bro. 6 decades. That's more than enough time to see some on the table for us. That's, you know, right. What I'm saying?
Not counting Jim Crow.
Not counting Jim Crow. 60 years now. And we still seeing the same old thing. We still seeing the same old thing. But the everybody want to holler about go out and vote, go out and vote. Y'all, that's like putting a Band-Aid on a shotgun bullet wound.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you're not addressing the root of the problem. You're not stopping the bleeding.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Exactly.
Somebody just send them a text on what's the opinion on voting.
That's it. That's my opinion.
Straight got it. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The scriptures say we don't have the spirit of the world.
That's right.
We got the spirit of the Most High dwelling within us. So if we ain't got the spirit of the world, what we doing is Israelites even caring about who's elected.
Heathen business.
Right.
Politics. Poly means many. Ticks, bloodsuckers. I mean that the
Heathen
name
business.
itself, many
Heathen
bloodsuckers.
business. That's right. Tell it like it is, bro.
You know what I'm saying? So
Politricking.
That's it.
politricking, politricking.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Pole tricks. However you want to twist the word up.
Yeah.
They showed you last year, the last election, your vote don't matter. Hillary swept. She clinked.
Yeah.
She mopped Trump up.
Yeah.
But who in office?
Orange pervert.
But your vote mattered though. Your vote mattered though. Your vote mattered. We gonna see today.
Come on, bring
We
the
gonna
heat,
see if
baby.
our
Bring the
vote
heat.
matter. All right. So first, we gonna pull up the blue letter for me, Hebrew.
Bring the heat.
We're gonna look at a few words.
Cry aloud and spare not.
And the scripture tell us when we turn back to him is when we gonna see a change.
That's right.
So encouraging your people to go out there and vote for what? To better the curses? That ain't how you get away from up under these curses.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? He said you gonna be up under this till you turn your face back towards me.
Come on. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
And it's prophecies in the scripture that tell you, you know what I'm saying? Like you won't see the word president in the scriptures, but you will see king, you will see governor, ruler, you know what I'm saying? Prince, you will see words like that. So when we say we have a king, well, he has a government, right? And the government is Israelite based, pro-Israelite all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
What campaign from any candidate that's ever been president has been pro-Israelite all the way around?
Not one.
His government promises rulership to his children.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Mansions to his children.
Mm-hmm. Tax relief to his children.
Exactly. The economy, the water being healed, the plants being healed. He got an environmental plan for his government. You know what I'm saying? Look at these politicians under their campaigns, under they reigns, so to speak. Food poison, water poison, land poison, animals dying, fish washing up dead on the shore.
People poison.
People poison.
Yes, Lord.
People deceive.
Mm-hmm.
People doing whatever they want to do. People with no moral code. People with no natural affection. Children with no fathers.
Mm-hmm.
Children with mothers strung out on dope. You see what I'm saying? But none of these candidates, when they get up there on their campaign and they debates, they don't talk about reform and none of this. What's up?
Are you just talking about a specific ethnic group or just everyone in general?
I'm talking about us, really. It's just Israelite only because this us being in that's heathen business. You know what I'm saying? Like let them argue over that. Because the scriptures already say we got a king, we got a government coming. And it's not of this world.
See, they don't have the problems that we have.
Mm-hmm. It's just like what presidential candidate ever addressed black men being pulled over for no reason? Some police officers pull you over just to see if they can find something when they pull you over. They don't even have a reason to pull you over. Don't we need protection from that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But people say go out here and vote. Bruh, they ain't addressing none of the issues that we go through. Who addressed that? Who addressed that?
And then they'll tell you, I'm just doing my job. It's the law.
That's why they call policy officers.
That's right.
Yeah.
So they know that they can pull you over whenever they can. What you gonna do about it?
Yeah,
you gonna do? Go down there and march my Black Lives Matter?
And then if you want to know why the reason stuff is here in front of your face today, go back and look at the origin of it. Police started out hunting slaves. They started out as the slave patrol, and it formed into what you know now as police.
Slave patrol.
Policy, like brother said.
Police is short for policy officers. They enforce the policies of the government they employed by.
Yeah.
So when it's come to running down slaves, they've been hired to run down slaves. They enforcing that policy.
And look, and then they chose the peasants of the group, which
Right.
is the Irish folks, to do it.
Yeah.
They couldn't stay. We fight the jobs anyway.
Mhm.
Right.
Well, we finna look up a few words real quick. Y'all and roll your sleeves up for the first 30 minutes of this because we got a lot of groundwork to cover. Okay, get it. I can chill out. Don't go.
In other words, we're gonna be about 3 or 4 hours.
You know what? The lesson I had in my head, I forgot we was at the library. Because that was gonna be my disclaimer at the beginning. Y'all better get ready. Because we gonna be here a minute. But I forgot we was at the library, so I kind of had to,
Yes, sir.
We're gonna look up governor in the Old Testament and New Testament. We're gonna look up king in the Old Testament and New Testament. See what these words mean. You know what I'm saying? So when you hearing people say, well, he's my governor, my president. Okay, well, let's see what that means. This is governor in the Old Testament, right? And it says, outline of biblical usage, having mastery. Domineering, right? Domineering means to be overbearing. So somebody who has some type of authority. All right, master. Ooh, he's my governor. He's my master. Having mastery, ruler, domineering, imperious. Strong's definition, it says concretely, a prince, a warrior. Governor, mighty, that have power, ruler. So somebody who has power, he can also be considered a warrior. So you say he's my governor, you saying this who fights for me. Back arrow. All right. So let's look up governor in the New Testament, see what it say. Scroll down. Go back again. One second. Yeah, I expect a lot of interference with the feed today because of the content we're gonna be, letting out. I know YouTube be hating on content like that. Be trying to jiggle them wires, but we're gonna get through it. I already got a backup plan how I'm gonna backdoor these heathens.
Yes, sir.
If we can't get it, man, look, I already got a plan A through Z on this.
You gonna use their technology on
Interference free too. I got a way. It's gonna be interference free, Hebrew. We ain't gonna have to worry about it. All right. So this governor in the New Testament, right? And this is G 2233. Outline of biblical usage to lead, to go before, to be a leader, to rule, command, have authority over, a prince of regal power. Y'all see these definitions of governor, a viceroy, a chief, leading. So this is somebody who makes some important life decisions for you.
Is a person that's in charge of a council.
Yeah.
Or a senate or something.
Yeah. It says overseers or leaders of the churches. Use of any kind of leader, chief commander, a leader in speech, chief, spokesman. So you're a spokesman. You say, this is my president.
Speaker of the house.
Right. You saying this is my spokesman. All right. It says to consider, account, think. That you got the Strong's definitions down there. And it says strengthen, to lead, command with official authority, figurative, to deem, consider, account, be chief, count, esteem, governor, judge, have rule over, suppose, think. All right. So now let's get king. Let's get king. All right, and king is H4428, Melech. I might name my little boy that. Melech. I like that. Melech, and it just says king, royal. All right. Yeah, the New Testament gonna give you a little bit more detailed definition.
That's in the Old Testament. And if you're not familiar with the Strongs, you might see H, then the number H just mean Hebrew, because that's what it was written in. And then when you see G, G means Greek. That's what the New Testament was written in. King, I need that in the New Testament. Get that in the New.
First Peter. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Got one. Boom. King is G. What's that? 935. G935. Outline of biblical uses. Leader of the people. Prince. Commander. Right? What's one of the titles for the president of the United States? Commander in chief. Right? So this we talking about a individual who not only holds political power, but he has power over warfare. You know what I'm saying? The economy. So we looking at what we call in the scriptures a king. Right? The king called all the shots politically for Israel, all the shots economically, all the shots, you know what I'm saying, the worship. So the same thing. Right? Lord, the United States of America. Right? King. Strong's definitions. Through the notion of a foundation of power, a sovereign, abstractly, relatively, figuratively, king. All right. So now I'm about to pull up a definition of the word vote. Let's see what we get. Nah, I don't need to know how to vote, you heathens. I just need to know the definition. Boy, they giving you notifications everywhere on your app, man. Credit Karma sending notifications. Terrence, did how you open Facebook? Terrence, did you? Man,
I about to bless somebody's ears one time. He called my phone.
When we get down to the origin of this word, it's gonna shock you. Whenever this pull up. Whenever this pull up, we gonna it says this is at the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Verb. This one's view to oppose, especially to decide political franchise, to express an opinion. Right? To choose and decide this position. So we all pretty much know the good part. Shall we? The etymology of the word vote is what I want to get into. Where did the word originate from? Satan, I rebuke thee right now. In the name of Yahushua HaMashiach. Come on, let's go down.
Sure, focus on my phone. I ain't even on Wi-Fi.
He's trying to freeze this up. Come on.
There you go. You're very
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, because I ain't even on Wi-Fi.
I got it. I got it. All right. Here's the word vote. Can y'all see that?
Yes, sir.
Now, what does that hope now? Hope with, right? What I was looking for.
They found there too.
Yeah, so y'all saw that?
Val, yeah.
Val, where you? Okay, boom. What I want to Val.
Mm-hmm.
So the origin of the word vote comes from the word vow.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you vowing something, what you pledging? What allegiance?
Come on now.
You pledging allegiance to something.
Yep.
right? So when somebody say get out there and vote, they saying get out there and make a vow to who's going to speak for you, think for you, who's going to be your master, your commander of the land. You know what I'm saying? This is how we have to start interpreting things. We can't just take words at face value.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. All right, so the word vow to the blue letter. Was that in the?
Let's go up and listen. There you go.
I told you we got a lot of little groundwork to cover.
Where did you get that vow? Was that in the thesaurus? Where did you find that?
Merriam-Webster's dictionary. It's the etymology. Scroll all the way down to etymology and origin of the word. All right, let's look up vow in the scriptures. This finna blow y'all mind. It blew mine last night. I had to walk around for a minute.
When you walk, still stand.
I couldn't believe my eyes, like, because this whole thing just started lining up. I was like, wow. Watch this, y'all. Watch what it say for vow. Watch what that thing say for vow. It's H5088. Look what it say. It says vow, a votive offering.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all see that?
Yeah.
A votive offering. When I read that, I just put my phone down. I was like, whoa. So when you vow, you actually making an offering to that person.
Mm.
What are you offering up? Your allegiance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's free will too. Man.
Yeah.
That's a free will offering, a free will vow that you. It's so voting is a subtle tactic of Satan to get you to offer up your allegiance to the creation instead of the creator.
Yeah. He gonna.
You see what I'm saying?
Like you try to pledge your allegiance to that flag.
Yeah. So vow, we see votive offering, right? So let's go to the first place in the scripture. Let's go to Leviticus 26. Leviticus 26.
You want to lead it up, my brother?
Yeah, we can lead it up. Nah, hold on. I think I got another tab coming up. All right, yeah. All right, get out that tab with the engine on it.
Okay, let's do it like this.
Yeah, right there.
Let's close.
So far, we see it's a bunch of cloudiness around this whole voting or vowing thing, right? All right, let's read Leviticus 26. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's read Leviticus. Okay, Leviticus 26, 14 through 17. Hebrew, when you get it, go ahead.
But if ye will not hearken unto me,
But if ye will not what?
hearken unto me.
So that's what stops the bleeding for Israel, right there. The listening part.
Come on now.
When the Pharisees came up and asked him, they was like, what's the greatest command in that Mark 12? I believe 28 and 29. He said, well, the first commandment of all is hear Israel, hear, O Israel.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord our God is one. Then he said, love the Most High with all your being and love your neighbor as yourself. But the first key to stop the bleeding is to listen. Shema
right.
in Hebrew.
There you go.
Right? Hearken. And it says, what else?
And will not do all these commandments.
See, that's why we in this condition. Right? The white man just didn't wake up one day and say, I just hate all niggers. Let's kill them. Let's put them in slavery. Let's oppress them. The white man just didn't wake up and say that. You here for you. All this is happening to you because you disobeyed. Right? And people can't believe that when you tell them that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, why else? But they don't have an explanation, a logical explanation for why. Just ask them, well, why do the white man hate us so much? Why do we get killed just by the color of our skin? And I ain't got no answer. So what they do is try to deflect, and they say, well, black on black crime, bro. We don't kill each other because we black. Another brother don't walk up and shoot another brother because he hate the color of his skin. So you can't compare the two. The two is not comparable. We get killed simply because we black to them. You know what I'm saying? There has to be something deeper than just surface level carnal hatred. It's some supernatural that's pushing that's been pushing that for so many years. So fine and so coordinated. You know what I'm saying? There gotta be some supernatural. Go ahead, Hebrew.
15. And if ye shall despise my statute, or if your soul abhor my judgment, so that ye would not do all my commandments, but that ye break my covenant.
Right.
I also will do this unto you. I will even appoint over you terror.
I will appoint over you terror. That's extreme fear. Go ahead.
Consumption. And the burning ague. That shall consume the eyes and cause sorrow of heart. And ye shall sow your seed in vain.
Yeah.
For your enemies shall eat it.
You see that? So whatever you work, whatever you put down and you worked for hard for, your enemy's gonna take it from you. Your enemy's gonna take it from you. Black Wall Street. We had a Black Wall Street here at Orange Mound years ago. Guess what happened? Got infiltrated.
Yep.
Rosewood. That's another one. I mean, the prophecies is jumping off the page. Been jumping off the page. Go ahead, Hebrew.
17.
Yeah.
And I will set my face against you, and ye shall be slain before your enemies. They that hate you shall reign over you.
Wait a minute. They that hate you shall reign over you.
Yes, sir.
They that hate you, reign means to rule, to dominate.
Yes, sir.
Make the rules. So those who hate you will make the rules for you.
That's right.
So why are we trying to vote people in that hate us so they can make the rules on how we supposed to live?
Come on now.
They hate you. They hate you. Anytime a police officer can kill you, can pull you over and already have in his mind that he gonna kill you once you pull that car over. And look, and you think a vote is gonna stop that?
The only time they like you when you dance and shuffle and buck dance and making them some money.
Yeah. And it was a report came out last night. The NBA will remove all Black Lives Matter things from their court. Look, that was all just a money move.
That's it.
Everybody, Black Lives Matter. We care. Man, look, no, y'all don't. No, y'all don't. They know we the biggest consumers on the face of this planet.
They're gonna buy all their little paraphernalia.
Exactly.
Shirts,
they just made
all
money
that
off
crap.
our grief. That's it.
Anybody got a Black Lives Matter?
Riding through Collierville, you see Black Lives Matter signs all up in there. I'm like, man, please. Y'all. Stop.
I got a WB shirt.
Yeah.
Warn brother when you see police.
I like that. WB. But he say, no, that hate you is gonna make your rules reign over you. That's what that means. So why would you vote for any of them? The Negro sit up here and fix his mouth and tell you, man, I ain't no perfect candidate. Just vote for the lesser of two evils. The two evils. Man, please. Let's go.
Finish that out.
Yeah, you finished it for me, please.
And ye shall flee when none pursueth you.
And ye shall flee when none pursueth you.
All
All right.
always looking over their shoulder, right?
So up here, we got the word inauguration. How you make this a little bit bigger for me? Oh, that's good.
That's good
right
for
there.
you, my brother. I'll tell you what, for the viewers, we'll get them a little bit more in there so they'll be able to see it. I mean, I want them to be able to see it. Okay, there we go.
All right.
We're looking pretty good.
So what we got here is the word inauguration.
Come on.
It's etymologyonline.com. Like, it's good to get into the origin of words. Like, one word you'll be surprised and you won't let nobody use ever again is nice. Like, look at the etymology of that word. You don't ever want nobody to call you nice ever again. Actually means
Nice guy.
when you look at the
Nice guy.
etymology. They say, you have a nice day. Somebody just told you have a stupid day. Look at the word. That's why this American language, it's a bastard language, and that's why they call it spelling. So like you know what I'm saying? Like your word spells. That's why words are so powerful. You can speak a certain thing and start believing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So we had to be careful with our words.
That's right. Because you know, sometimes we'll say that we are grown ASS man, but you can look up the word ass means stupid, nigga, all that. Look the word up. There's a whole lot of the word ass. You gotta stop saying I'm a grown ass man or grown ass woman. Like you were saying about nice.
Mm-hmm. Cause you can manifest I wish nigga would be sitting in my seat, walking the room. Guess what? It's a nigga sitting in your seat.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't got to follow through on your
And you said that first read and everything. And you got gold mouth sitting in your seat. Gold mouth sitting up there wishing you would come in there and clown with him. He wishing you would clown, you would step out of your seat.
Yeah. So we gotta be careful with them words. Now look at this. This is the ceremony when the president get elected, they have to go into inauguration, right? Mm-hmm. But if you look in the ancient world, whenever the kings was set up, that ceremony was called a coronation.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
All right, so look at consecration and direct Latin. Y'all see that word. All that started. So the pumpkins, the jack, all mean something. The Easter egg hunts with Easter. You know what I'm saying? It starts as a sex ritual to a fertility god.
That's right.
That's why all the kids paint little Easter egg hunts. They when Trump got in last time, him and Obama rode in the newest Cadillac at the time and got that Cadillac, the beast. Yeah. It's about which death obtained. Ceremony by which things or persons will consecrate gods. So one man and set him apart to their God.
Right.
Okay, it says if the signs observed by the inaugurating priest got something to do with this, this is a ritual.
Right. Yeah.
This is where
in this song, so.
Dang, okay. Well, we might have to do the backup plan.
And
Now,
we're gonna
Facebook.
do it tomorrow.
Yeah,
Eyes in the sky.
yeah.
Don't you know they telling us to vote on Facebook? So
Oh yeah, I already knew they were gonna jiggle them wires today. All right.
If y'all can hear us on Facebook and YouTube, put a 1 in the room.
Okay.
Dang.
You hear it?
Yeah, I hear
Is it delayed? It's delayed.
Okay, it's back on.
you.
Okay, we're back on. Hallelujah. Okay, y'all, let's share this next
What?
screen.
Satan yanked that one. He almost threw his shoulder out of place yanking that cord out of the wall that time, boy.
Greeted.
All right, so we went over inauguration and augur, which is basically an augur is a pagan priest who consults with the gods. You see what I'm saying? Inauguration is the initiation ceremony for the so-called president of the United States. And right here, we're gonna let the heathens tell on themselves.
Wait, blow it up some more, my brother.
Yeah. That's why I don't know why they get mad, interfering. We letting them tell on themselves. We ain't come out with these articles.
It's y'all stuff.
Right. So, and this ain't no janky website. This Business Insider.
Come on now.
All right, now look what Business Insider put out March 11, 2018. A shadowy, controversial secret club meets in the California woods every year. And at least 5 U.S. presidents were members. Check this out. Check this out. Mm-hmm. Yep. Look.
Hey, and they use the schools, the education system mascot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. June flock to the red. Hard legs. U.S. presidents, military officials, artists, business leaders as members. Strange names, midnight, Los Angeles. Yeah, Los Angeles. City of Los Angeles. Isles of Abs, Silverado. Guests are welcome, but must vacate the premises and
When all
buttless chaps come out. To give and doing see these two heathens we see here that was at the Bohemian Grove.
Mm-hmm.
Who they look like to y'all?
Oh, Reagan and Tricky Nixon.
Who they look like? Y'all.
Mhm.
Nixon and Reagan. They heathen look good, but I don't know who they yeah. So, but he look at something else. I'm finna bring up another article. This one I had hold up before we got started.
Okay, you good.
We finna get to that. Watch this. Crazy heat. We finna
You
look
don't know
at.
if he lying or telling the truth.
Well, this undeniable right here, Hebrew. My mouth hit the floor last night when I seen this.
Well, some of the stuff, I'm gonna tell you the stuff he put out. So they banned him from Facebook, and so you know.
I ain't quite got the typing skills down yet. Oh, should pop up. That should be enough.
Yeah, he got.
Oh, it's low.
Mm.
Here we go. Take this. This is another article from the Tea Party pack.
No audience.
All right.
We want them to see this.
We still good, y'all, on our streaming platforms. We good.
Yeah.
We're good. It says Bohemian Grove is a 2,700-acre campground in Northern California, which belongs to the exclusive Bohemian, a private men's club based in San Francisco, whose membership some of the most powerful and influential men in the world. U.S. presidents, politicians, and powerful businessmen are some of the famed members of the club. And once a year, they participate in a bizarre occult ritual at their monthly campground, where only active members and their guests may attend. Fellowship of the Mind explains. Richard Nixon attended the gathering, once saying in his private presidential tapes, "The Bohemian Grove that I attend from time to time is the most faggy GD thing you could ever imagine. It's just terrible." Yep. Now we finna watch a short little 8-minute clip, right?
From time to time.
From time to time. So from time to time, he felt a little faggy.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
You should feel the
You're right.
You there all night.
And so
Right.
there's no wonder why the homosexual movement is grown like it has.
Because your policymakers is doing that. You see what I'm saying? So of course, anybody who's in power gonna push their beliefs on the people.
What's up? The post says where the rich go to misbehave.
Ooh-wee. What? He said Washington Post say that's where the rich go to misbehave.
Rich and power.
And see, you know it's some wickedness because they doing it in secret and in the dark. Who works in the dark?
Check this out. About Molech, right?
Yeah.
In the Bible, what is it? The owl Molech.
That's coming.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
That's it.
Yes, sir. We finna get into it. So they said the Bohemian Grove gathering includes a called the cremation of Kerr, which began in 1881. As Alex Jones, who has done undercover reporting of the ritual, has noted, the statue before they perform a mock sacrifice resembles the biblical false god Moloch. For many years, a recording of the Bohemian Club member Walter Cronkite was used as the voice of the owl. He was used as the voice of the owl.
There's a who?
The voice of the owl of Moloch.
When when they doing their ritual, you gonna hear this voice
Doing this, man. Nah, I'm gonna tell you. Well, I'm gonna tell y'all. I was down in look. I was down in Mama Katie's garage putting this together last night, around about 2:00 in the morning, watching this little video. And the thing that creeped me out, y'all, was the satanic laugh from the ceremony. Boy, I'm gonna have to sleep with all the lights on last night. The laugh's gonna trip y'all out. Y'all gonna be.
Hey, he'll tell you exactly what that is.
It's a little 8-minute clip. And then they used to work at the beginning, bro. Watch how he start avoiding the questions that Alex Jones asked him.
Based in Austin, Texas. And for many years, I've been exposing the criminal activities of the global elite, also known as the New World Order. In my research, I found, well, eye to eye with something that's even hard for me to believe. And that's that the elite, again, the establishment teams, those that know best, the visions of the anointed, to in Northern California, in Sonoma County, on a 2,700-acre secluded redwood grove, leaders from around the world, prime ministers, chancellors, presidents, governors, again, the heads of industry, banking, academia, the media, Hollywood, a little over 2,000 people, travel there to engage in bizarre, ancient, Babylonian ceremony for the Sonoma County Sheriff's Department.
Now this heathen infiltrated and actually got in on the ceremony.
That they meet there for the admitted Summer Fire Festival of the Bohemian Club. I hope that our cameras can give you at least a small piece of what I
TeaPartyPack.com. TeaPartyPack.com.
Our activities have been engaged in going back to 1873, some fanciful whim of the Trinity on the West Coast. Presidents from Howard Taft to Herbert Hoover were on the membership roster. Not
Look at that ugly bug guy Heathen right there, boy.
D. Eisenhower later
He looked like he probably number Bohemian.
like a who's who of the elite. Look at this photo taken inside the Grove in 1963. There you'll see Ronald Reagan, and sitting 2 people over from him, later to become president, Richard Milhouse Nixon, Bush Sr., documented member. And then, of course, there's his son. Now, the last 4 generations of Bushes have also attended the Skull and Bone Society in Yale, well known to be steeped in the occult. Then there's Bill Clinton, a frequent attendee.
You have to.
But closer inspection, the entire federal government at the highest levels is infested with Bohemian Club members. And it doesn't
Check this
stop
out.
there. America's private run-for-profit Federal Reserve Bank, from its very inception in 1913, has been run by prominent members of the Bohemian Club. Central Bank Chairman Alan Greenspan was seen leaving the Bohemian Grove only 1 month before he was appointed chairman of the Federal Reserve. He had to be a made man. You're looking at an illustration.
It sounds like some mafia stuff.
The writer's spin is obvious. Sure, they're elitist. Sure, they have some bizarre rituals. Big deal.
Check this out.
I'm just curious. What do you think about Bohemian?
Watch how willing he's ready to answer the questions. Then when he start asking them certain questions, this heathen gonna start. Watch this.
Oh, I used to work there. You used to work there? Yeah. And now you work at Camp Meeker? No, I don't work. I live in Camp Meeker. Oh, you live there? Yeah. Well, that's great. Did you ever watch the cremation of care? No. No. What'd you do with them? I just worked there. But I mean, you never saw them march around in the red robes? No. Oh, really? That doesn't go on. Yeah.
What? If it ain't real, why he acting like that?
Column of the San Francisco Chronicle, writing that a man on his own often gets invited back to the camp by gay bohemians. Even 100-year-old animals have admitted the homosexual. After escaping the sheriff's department, Mike and I traveled high into the hills. Waited till dawn in the beginning of the cremation care ceremony. First off, I wanted to draw your attention to the program that was given out to
Ah,
the
yeah, I heard what.
spectators,
Boy, here
or
it go.
the viewers.
Scared the heebie-jeebies out of me last night.
Novice figure of a human body burning in the flames. In fact, I've shown it to people that are experts in anatomy, actual doctors. They say that the anatomical size is that of a baby or small child. Notice how large the cranium is.
To mold it though, right? What the script say in this in the what it say in the script?
Sacrifice the children of Molech.
Let's grab it. Let's go Leviticus 20 real quick. So these heathens, is like he said, Alex Jones said, Canaanite, Babylonian, Luciferian mystery religion. He called it out.
So you go on to Leviticus, not Maccabees.
Leviticus 20. We're gonna get that Maccabees. We need to get that. I so skipped over that. I want to pull that. Leviticus 20, 1 through 5. When you get it, go ahead, Hebrew.
And the Lord spake up to Moses, saying, Again, thou shalt say to the children of Israel, whosoever he be of the children of Israel, of the stranger that sojourn in Israel, that giveth any of his seed unto Molech.
His seed or his offspring. Right? That's what they doing. This was doing before we got in the land.
That's right.
Right? Go ahead.
He shall surely be put to death.
Yeah. See, going out. Play when it comes. Play. Go ahead.
The people of the land shall stone him with stones.
Yeah. Go ahead. Verse 3.
And I will set my face against that man, and will cut him off from among his people, because he has given his seed unto Molech.
See how serious that was? The Most High look at you like eternal enemy in here.
That's right.
So even after you get stoned at the resurrection, you go into the lake.
That's right, brother.
For doing that.
That's all.
So it's a no-fly zone for that. Go ahead.
To defile my sanctuary and to profane my holy name.
Look how serious it was. Verse 4. Go ahead.
And if the people of the land do any ways hide their eyes from the man, when he's given of his seed unto Molech, and killed him not.
So if anybody was to say, well, man, that ain't got nothing to do with me, man. That's on them. That's on them, man. Most High they gonna have to answer it. Well, you gonna have to answer too, because you was supposed to say something.
Just like these jokes today, not saying stuff.
Yeah,
just want to throw that out there.
You supposed to deliver the innocent from the snares of death. That child ain't deserve that. And you ain't say nothing? Go ahead.
5.
Yeah.
Then I will set my face against that man and against his family, and will cut him off, and all that go a whoring after him to commit whoredom with Molech from among their people.
So if you sat there and watched it and didn't say nothing, he has face against you and your family. So you and your family open for the attack. Let's get back to the video.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is from the program itself given out to the establishment lacking witness these sinister activities. Remember, in Babylon, children in the fiery pits. Look at compared to the rest of the body. Only children show
a full set. Hope the name of the God. They about to sing a praise and everything.
How activity began. Here is the main central part of the ritual.
Sound like some Catholic music.
the facility here has lost its power under these friendly trees. So shall we agree once again this night? Flames and deep times have shall be the sign. Midsummer sets across the plain.
Y'all hear them laughs, boy?
What you have fought from regions where I reign. Ye fools and priests, I spit upon your fire.
You see that? Grant us thy counsel. O Bohemian, we beseech thee. They calling on Molech. You see how these heathens is actually to be governed by the counsel of a false deity, right? But they know Satan is behind the false deity,
right?
So they saying, grant us thy counsel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, this crazy. I beseech thee.
Yeah.
He begging, ain't it?
Yo, why I say they invoking the name of their God. Then now they singing the praise to him.
That's why.
Fire shall have its will of thee. Leave on no care, and all the winds be buried with thy dust. Hail fellowship's eternal flame. Once again, midsummer sets us free. Again, ladies and gentlemen, when you see that black edge coming in, that was the field from the camera. There you see the funeral pyre burning with the effigy of a human, or it could be real, ladies and gentlemen. There's been a lot of strange going on in that area of Northern California. This is what these.
And then we started the fires last year. You know, how the woods burning.
Probably so. So we see now, we know vote means to vow, right? To make an offering.
Yeah.
All right, then we had what, the inauguration, which is originally a pagan Roman ceremony, initiation ceremony that involves priests, that involves rituals. Then we learned that most of your elite. Hold on, let me let this finish playing. I'm gonna let this finish playing.
Establishment is into right here in America. Republican, Democrat, you name it. They're all working on the same team.
Do y'all hear that? That's why I want to let that play. He said they all working on the same team.
But they have to, because all same.
Yeah.
You know,
That's right.
And then what the Messiah teach us about a kingdom divided.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? These are two people of the same nation going against each other. So-called. That's the facade they put out in front of them. Wrong with the same way before, y'all. Had two political parties. How did they keep the people distracted?
Entertainment.
Entertainment, sports, Coliseum. That ain't doing now. It's following the same wrong went down.
You know how like nowadays like the Democrats and the Republicans are always like at each other's throats, you know, like I call that essentially I essentially think that's an Ouroboros. You know what an Ouroboros is, right? It's like when the snake is like eating the tail of the snake. Yeah, I essentially call it that because they're both snakes, yet they're like constantly fighting each other.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is. And they are meeting, so now they partaking in satanic rituals. And you want us to go out here and pledge our allegiance to these people. You want these the people you want to think for you.
Or you want to be in with them. You want to get in.
Yeah.
You want to get with them.
Yeah. These the people that you want to represent you, right? Nah, not us. Like I say, we got a king, we got a governor that's coming, right? So if you look on your dollar bill real closely, you will see an owl on your dollar bill. You gotta look real close. You gotta look real, they got it real small on there.
And when you try to talk to your brothers and sisters about, you know, they be ready to come at you and ready to fight. You tell them, I'm not voting. You know, I don't even understand, like, whatever, you do you. Because, you know, you try to keep them the truth, they don't want to hear it. They're so wrapped up in this world. And the more you hear about it, I think about with my own kids, is not pushing so much, you know. You make sure it's okay having an average life. You don't have to. Everybody want to blow up. Everybody will blow up. Like I tell my kids, they were little. You know how little kids want to be in TV. I said they all have to sacrifice or something. This is before coming to
Yeah.
but even now, more and more so.
Yeah.
You got somebody, you know, cameras all the time. Oh, they so now.
Man, whatever happened to the what happened to the boy famous Jet Jackson? You know what I'm saying? Like
he got tired of getting boo-boo.
that was crazy. That was one of me and my sister's favorite TV shows growing up.
He killed himself. He got tired of the messages. You know what I'm saying?
You said who, Jackson?
Famous Jet Jackson.
You be on Disney Channel? Oh yeah, man.
And
My
that's
kid grew up on
Chris
it.
Cross boys, one of the boys.
Yeah.
But you got to show it like this.
Yeah, that's
I try
cool.
to blow the view up so the family can see it.
There he is right there. There he is. Up in the corner.
Okay, that's about far as you gonna go.
Yeah, that's fine.
Mhm.
A lot of people have not already seen it anyway. All right, so right here, y'all, we got the picture of the owl on your dollar bill. Right here, it's real small. They got they buddy right here on their dollar on their currency. It's an owl.
It's the owl. Good, it sure is.
It's little, and it's actually in a couple of places. This one right here, it show you everywhere is it.
Yeah, that's a little more like.
It's what did they pointed out of pagan symbols.
Well, if you look at the money, the currency, it has a lot of.
Represents what, TJ, again?
The Moloch.
Moloch.
Bohemian Grove type deal.
And what the occultists say, the owl because it's he sees through the night.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like even when it's dark, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's on the back in that little corner back here.
All right, so now let's get into the next thing. All right, so if anybody ever heard of the Treaty of Tripoli? We're gonna read about it a little bit. Treaty of Tripoli. Treaty of Tripoli. We just gonna read what it is. We just gonna read what it is real quick, and then a famous quote from it. It says, "In the Treaty of Tripoli, the treaty of peace and friendship between the United States of America and the Bay and the subjects of Tripoli of whatever Barbary." All right, let's read a little bit about it.
You can see it.
I don't even think I want this one. So I'm a little bit more brief. I really just want to get a quote from it. And it lets you know, it got a quote in here from it that lets you know that the United States, it tell you straight up the United States is not a government set off of the Christian religion. So you voting for candidates that ain't even Bible based. They atheist candidates.
Right.
Right? Let me see if I can find an image. I'm a click, yeah, here it is. This is from one of the articles in it. Here go the quote right here. Boom. Y'all see this quote right here? It says the government of the United States is in no sense founded on the Christian religion. Also, you can read this in the Constitution. It say that in the Constitution. That's, again, you can look up that treaty and read it in this. I got one more scriptures. Founding fathers.
These are their founding fathers, not ours.
So how can we still say that voting is something we need to be doing? You can't.
About both.
We gonna cover that Deuteronomy.
Oh yeah,
Cover that Deuteronomy.
15.
Go. I look like this is old
Yeah. What's this address? You gotta pay him.
Okay, we must be. Are we still online, y'all?
We still got it. Good
Yeah,
shit.
we still online.
Okay.
All right.
So we haven't. So it's not gonna let us load
Not
up.
loading up.
No.
Yeah.
I see that you're on now.
Okay, let's see. Can we let it load up now? There we go. Family online, y'all bear with us. We're at the hotel, and you know.
Man, I don't like the Wi-Fi up here. All right, check this out, y'all. This another article from the Huffington Post. So we ain't pulling no Rudy Poo satire sites. So nobody can't say we pulling sites by sites that's making this up. This stuff people read every day. The Huffington Post, they coming out with this stuff. It says, "Founding fathers, we are not a Christian nation. So why would you vote for any candidate that's an atheist nation? Why would you do that?
Come on now.
The government of," this is a quote from John Adams from the Treaty of Tripoli. They got it right here. "The government of the United States is not in any sense founded on the Christian religion." John Adams. Check this out. It says, "We are witnesses yet again to the brutal and bloody consequences of religious intolerance in the form of ISIS. We have a majority of Republicans pining for a Christian America. Proponents coveting in the United States into a theocracy do not see the terrible parallel between religious excess in the Middle East and here at home. But they would not, because blindness to reason is the inevitable consequence of religious zealotry." Scroll down. Let's get some of these quotes. Back to the beginning. "How terribly ironic that the louder Christians protest against the excess of Islam, the more they agitate for Christian excess. We really need to stop this ridiculous argument about being a Christian nation. If there should be any doubt, let us listen to the founding fathers themselves." This is from Thomas Jefferson in April 11, 1823, letter to John Adams. Let's see what this heathen said. "The day will come when the mystical generation of Jesus by the supreme being in the womb of a virgin will be classed with the fable of the generation of Minerva in the brain of Jupiter. But we may hope that the dawn of reason and freedom of thought in these United States will do away with all this artificial scaffolding." Do y'all hear that? He want Jesus to be a
Fable. Like
A fable. So why would we sit here and give our allegiance to a godless atheist nation who participate in satanic rituals?
That's right.
See that? So that's you ain't supposed to be really making no oaths
Nope.
anyway, especially not like that. Let's scroll down. Declaration of Independence, 1776. The most important assertion in this document is that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men. Wow. So government is to control the people. It says deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. Note that the power of the government is derived not from any God, but from the people. No appeal is made in this document to a God for authority of any kind. In no case are any powers given to religion in the affairs of men. U.S. Constitution. Oh, it's a long line of history showing you that they not a Christian nation or a nation that follows after Christ. They have always been an atheist, satanic nation. Always. U.S. Constitution. This one is easy because the Constitution of the United States of America makes zero reference to a God of Christianity. The only reference to religion found in article, I don't know what Roman numeral it is. Somebody know, help me out.
What's that?
VI. I don't know these heathen numbers.
Six.
Okay.
Like 666.
Is a negative one. No religious test shall ever be required as a qualification to any office or public trust under the United States. So basically, the Constitution say, like, you don't have to have no type of moral code to be a politician in this government.
They brew that time to time.
You see that? So why would you vote? And then a lot of these politicians is upholding homosexuality. As a man, that should make you feel some type of way, period. Because that lifestyle, they want to X you out eventually. Black Lives Matter. In they manifesto, they tell you we don't care nothing about the heterosexual male, the straight male, in other words.
They want to go to the Bohemian camp.
Yeah. And of course, we have the First Amendment, which states that Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. So now that we got the groundwork out the way, let's get into these scriptures. Because like I said, a Negro, even after you run all that to a Negro, you know, he's still gonna fix his lips. Like I said, brother, ain't no perfect candidate. Choose the lesser of two evils. Well,
I gotta vote.
Okay, let's see what the scriptures say about that. And see, my response is always, well, before I even get into any of that, I let people know, bro. Well, the code that I live by is different from yours, so my viewpoint is gonna be different from yours. And then if they continue to want to ask questions, whatever answer, however they feel about my answers is how they feel.
Right.
So somebody ran that to me. Let's go to Amos 5. This is what I pulled. I said, well, my code instruct me to do something different when it comes to that. And people get offended.
They want you to believe what they believe.
Yeah.
That's so strange to me. You still in my face. I told you what I believe. Well, my beliefs are here's the proof. But you still in my face because you want me to believe what you believe.
And they still cutting us off.
We still on? Yeah, we on.
Now I'm reading the comments.
Okay.
Probably going in and out. Say something right now. Somebody turn their volume
We
on
on.
the phone and stop.
I'm reading the comment from like 5 minutes ago. They were saying they cut us off all together. So I know they ain't hearing nothing I'm saying.
Somebody turn their volume up on the phone. Turn the
They still cutting us off.
yeah.
Okay, we still on.
The delay on them.
It's delayed.
Let's go to Amos 5.
Somebody else. Yeah.
Amos 5, 12 through 15. Amos 5, 12 through 15. When you get a Hebrew, go ahead.
For I know your manifold transgression
Uh-huh.
and your mighty sins.
Yeah.
They afflict the just. They take a bribe, and they turn aside the poor in the gate from their right.
You see that? He talking to his people Israel. He said, I know your manifold transgressions. You turn away the what he say? You turn away the what? Read that verse over again.
For I know your manifold transgression and your mighty sins.
Mighty sins. Go ahead.
They afflict the just.
You afflict the just. You see what I'm saying? So when we had politicians as Israelites, we did what these heathens was doing. Punishing the innocent, killing the innocent, just like they do us. Brother riding down the street, jogging, he get killed. Same thing. That's what we was doing. Go ahead.
They take a bribe and they turn aside the poor in the gates from their right.
You see that? And your policies don't give a damn about the poor or the less fortunate. That's not a righteous government, y'all. That's a wicked government. It was a place somewhere in Los Angeles where they put spikes under the bridge so that the poor can't sleep there at night. You know how oppressive you gotta be.
I know that's right.
So that a poor to keep a poor man from having a place to sleep. That's wild. Go ahead.
13.
Yeah.
Therefore the prudent shall keep silent in that time.
Yeah.
For it is an evil time. Seek good and not evil.
See what?
Good.
Go ahead.
And not evil, that ye may live. And so the Lord, the Elohim of hosts, shall be with you as ye have spoken.
So people tell you vote and choose the lesser of the two evils. So make your allegiance with the lesser or the greater evil is what they basically tell you.
Right.
But this is what our code say. Go ahead, verse 15.
Hate the evil.
Do what?
Hate the evil.
Hate the evil. We supposed to hate the evil. Not make a vow to it. Go ahead.
And love the good.
And love the good. Go ahead.
And establish just judgment in the gate.
And establish judgment in the gate. What candidate is doing this for us? What candidate is saying, look, if you put me in the office, I'm gonna make sure all the black people is keeping the laws of the Most High. Any police officer that kill him will be killed that day. Who putting out that type of reform? Nobody. Go ahead.
It may be that the Lord God of hosts
Yes, sir.
will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph.
Yeah, let's go to Lamentations 4. Lamentations 4. And then write down 1 Maccabees 8, 1 through 16. Write that down. That show you that's in the Apocrypha. That show you how they came up with the Senate and all that. 1 Maccabees 8, 1 through 15. Lamentations chapter 4, verse 11 through 17. We're gonna get verses 11 through 17. When you get it, go ahead.
The Lord has accomplished his fury. He has poured out his fierce anger. It has kindled a fire in Zion, and it has devoured the foundation thereof.
Yeah, he poured out his fury. He mad at his people. That's why we're going through what we're going through. You know what I'm saying? When your kids act up, you discipline them.
That's right.
Most High call us his children, so he doing us the same way we would do our kids. Go ahead.
The kings of the earth, and all the inhabitants of the world would not have believed that the adversary and the enemy should have entered into the gates of Jerusalem.
Yeah, go ahead.
For the sins of her prophets and the iniquities of her priests that have shed the blood of the just in the midst of her.
You see, he keep bringing up sins. Sins. Because of their sins, this is happening to this people. The sins. Right? That's how we stop the bleeding. That's addressing it from the root. Go ahead.
14.
Yeah.
They have wandered as blind men in the street. They have polluted themselves with blood, so that men could not touch their garments.
Yeah, go ahead.
They cried unto them, depart ye, it is unclean. Depart, depart, touch not. When they fled away and wandered, they said among the heathens, they shall no more sojourn there. The anger of the Lord has divided them. He will no more regard them. They respect not the persons of the priests. They favor not the elder.
You see that? It said the anger of the Most High have divided this people.
Mhm.
That's why we divided. That's why we can't come together. That's why we don't look at each other like a nation.
That's right.
We got all this individualism going on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as long as my little circle ain't affected, I'm good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, they say that's a curse. The anger of the Most High got us like that. Go ahead.
17.
Yeah.
As for us,
Mm-hmm.
our eyes as yet fail from our vain help.
Vain mean worthless. Go ahead.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save
See,
us.
every time you want to run down to the ballots,
Mhm.
your salvation ain't in the voting booth.
Mm-mm.
Right? You every time you think that's gonna do something, you looking for worthless help from a nation that really can't do nothing for you.
That's right.
Right? Let's go to the next spot. Isaiah 30. This ain't nothing new with our people.
So you going to the enemy for help.
You going to it say those who make your rules and reign over you, they gonna hate you.
Yeah.
So of course they're gonna pass legislation to keep their foot on their necks even more than what it is. Now they not gonna let up. Now they not gonna stop killing you in the streets for no reason. Now they not gonna stop poisoning your food. Now they not gonna stop passing legislation and doing little tactics to break up the black household.
Sure.
Now they ain't gonna stop doing that.
Did you know that the mission statement of Black Lives Matter is to destroy the
Yup. Yeah. Yeah. We talked about that earlier, how they don't care about the straight male.
The mission statement of Black Lives Matter on the official website is.
Yeah.
Do what?
Yeah. It states that,
It
yes.
also talks about employing women so to make sure that we are not beneath men.
Yeah.
They
For real?
Yeah.
So they don't want to. They don't mind the family business.
All that attack on the black
but
male.
Women need to be
But that's-
employed.
But that's the thing.
Yeah. And
I didn't know
have-
that.
Even in some of their locations, put the daycare center in there so that the women can bring the kids to work.
But the gateholders to the organization are lesbians, though.
All of them.
So it all makes
All
sense.
three of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All three
But
of
who's
them.
behind the whole ordeal? Satan the devil.
Sorrow.
Yeah, and a Jewish man
Oh,
is the
Sorrow.
one who actually started funding them.
Yeah.
That's why there's so many.
But see, they don't change their tactics like back in the civil rights era. Right now, even though it wasn't according to knowledge, but what you had amongst our people, why they made the heathen so scared, our people got together on their own and sacrificed on their own. They were like, you know what, if I gotta miss work, if my child gotta miss school, because we gotta be down here together, marching, doing whatever, that scared them heathens.
Yeah.
So you know what they did? They infiltrated every group we had, NAACP, Black Panther Party.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with this. After Trayvon Martin, they saw it. The same thing happened. These niggas getting back together on their own accord. They don't care. So let's give them a group.
Yeah.
Let's give them something.
They
Black
even
Lives Matter.
They even doing it in the so-called conscious Hebrew Israelite community.
Yeah.
They got sell out.
Yeah.
Always have.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Better not
Yep.
come over here.
They been showing here about to come up in here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So let's get this Isaiah 31 through 3.
We split.
Isaiah 31 through 3.
Isaiah chapter 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children.
What kind of children?
Rebellious,
Rebellious children. Go ahead.
said the Most High.
Uh-huh.
That take counsel, but not of mine. Excuse me, but not of
You
me.
see that? His people belong to him. If you take counsel and he ain't in it, bro, it ain't nothing really gonna pop for you.
Nope.
Go ahead.
And that cover with a covering, but not of my
See
spirit.
that? You see how he talking to his people? Like that's his wife. Look, you took another covering that ain't mine, woman.
Mm-hmm.
What you doing?
That's right.
Go ahead.
That they may add sin to sin.
Verse 2.
Well,
Verse 2.
that's
What he
deep, that
say?
man.
Yes, sir.
2. That walk to go down into Egypt and to have ass at the mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh.
See, at the time where Isaiah wrote this, the Assyrian army was attacking the whole house of Israel. Right? And instead of petitioning the heavens to ask the Most High for protection, we go to Egypt.
Yeah, you trying to make league with them.
You see what I'm saying? Looking for another nation, looking for more vain help from another nation that couldn't save us. So it ain't nothing new with our people to be trying to look for other means of salvation.
A nation that don't care about
Yeah. And you know what's cold about it? The fact that our people always somewhere looking for something lets you know that our people understand we need help. And it's something outside of us that's going to save us from all this. But we looking at the wrong stuff.
it. That's right.
Looking at the wrong stuff.
Come on, brother.
Go ahead.
Verse 3.
Yeah.
Therefore, excuse me, let me finish that 2 out.
Yeah.
And to trust in the shadow of Egypt. 3. Therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame. And the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion.
You see that? So hey, he gonna destroy all nations. So why would we put our faith in another nation to help us out of this?
That's right.
All right.
That's why our people confused today. Man have no idea what's going on.
Yeah.
1 minute they're gonna vote for this person, next minute they're gonna vote for that person. They've been voting ever since I've been born.
Yeah.
Before all us been born.
Yep.
And the same, it's in getting worse and worse.
Worse and worse.
Right.
Worse and worse, man. Let's go to Deuteronomy 17. This is the worst captivity to me because we don't know who we are no more. We don't know how to eat. We don't know how to worship. We don't know how to think for ourselves.
We don't even know how to use the restroom.
Nah. At least in the other captivities, we still knew who we was. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we don't even know nothing no more.
Bare basics. Don't even eat before you use the restroom for the day. We even go against that.
Yeah.
We even go against that. We eat, ain't use the restroom not one time, but we stay throwing stuff down our throat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Certain positions you supposed to be.
Yeah.
But all this, we lost all this because we left our power.
Yeah. Yeah.
Simple thing like going to the bathroom. We don't even know how to do that.
Sure enough.
That's around squat. You stay down, they can't get back up.
Yeah.
Deuteronomy 17, 14 through 20. Deuteronomy 17, 14 through 20.
When thou art come into the land which the Lord thy God giveth
That's
thee.
first thing. Are we in our land?
Nope.
So why are we even choosing the king? That's first out the box.
You're right.
Right? These are the laws on choosing the king, or what we would call today a president or a ruler, our ruler. That's the first thing. We ain't in our land. So why would we put somebody over us that's not from our land, that hate us?
Well, we had Obama.
Obama was a Hamite.
Thank you.
Obama supports homosexuality. If you want to see what political reform for an Israelite looks like, go look at the righteous kings and then it run down all their accomplishments.
That's right.
Josiah, he tore down the houses of the Sodomites.
Come on, man.
He did this. He had the people renew the covenant of the Torah. You see what I'm saying? That's what reform for an Israelite supposed to look like.
That's right.
Not more black businesses, black banks, black face on the for the face of the internet. Man, look, all that's temporary. All this stuff gonna go. Who cares about all that? What a real reform is.
That's right.
Read 2 Kings 22 and 23 about Josiah reform.
That's right, brother.
He put his people first. And the first thing he did was to make the whole nation renew their covenant with the law. So no politician is doing that first.
And see, they can't do it because that's our job.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
We supposed to do this and not compromise with the heathen.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or spiritual Israel, trying to get them in here, trying to reform through their hell to the north.
Yeah.
And y'all know what I'm talking about.
Come on, man.
Go ahead.
I had to go there, man.
Get it off your chest.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Middle 14.
So one, we ain't in our land. Go ahead.
And shall possess it. It shall dwell therein, and shall say, I will set a king over me, like as all the nations that are about me. That shall in any wise set him, O king, over thee, whom the Lord thy God has chosen. One from among thy brethren shall thou set a king over
All
thee.
right.
How many of our brethren you see look like the orange pervert?
No, that's
None of them. No, that's not. He's not of our brethren or of our kindred or of our bloodline.
Come on, man.
Obama's not either.
Joe,
Pretty sweet.
Obama.
Obama, Hamite.
Ham.
He's not.
Yeah,
He's
he a
not.
Hamite.
He's not black. He's not from the line of
With his
Shem.
sweet self. I'm sorry. I ain't go there.
He's not from the line
With
of
his sweet
Shem.
self. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Hebrew. Go ahead.
Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee.
You see that? Go
Right
and
there.
vote for Biden and Harris. Who? Ain't both of them are heathens.
Surely.
Oh, yeah. Sure. Yeah.
Both of them are heathens, and she tries so hard to sell that she black. Like it's so see-through.
You ain't black.
It's so see-through. Go ahead, Hebrew.
I'm gonna read that again. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother.
So anybody who's not an Israelite, you're not supposed to be voting for. Anybody who's not pushing the laws and commandments of the Most High, you're not supposed to be voting for.
That's right.
So that cancels out from voting.
Period. And we've seen the whole process is wicked anyway and pagan.
Mm-hmm.
So hey, why would an Israelite in their right mind be out at the voting polls?
It's conscious.
And if you believe in Yahushua as your king, then and you know he got a government coming, why are you worried about anything that happens in this kingdom that's prophesied to fall anyway?
That's right.
Hallelujah.
Because you think about the people who look like us getting these spots, they still controlled by these people.
Yeah.
And then, because according to the book, they heathens too, ain't
What the book says, right? Got the mindset of they going to work and
they? Not keeping law, statutes, commandments.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to be a heathen.
This the last kingdom the scriptures talk about, and this prophesied to fall within an hour.
Mm-hmm.
So why would we continue to set up kings in this system? Look, it's divided anyway.
That's right.
A kingdom divided against itself shall fall.
That's right. They don't stand.
Right? Go ahead, Hebrew.
16.
Yeah.
But he shall not multiply horses to himself,
Okay.
nor cause the people to return to Egypt, to the end that he should multiply horses.
Okay.
For as much as the Lord has said unto you, you shall henceforth return no more that way. Neither shall he multiply wives to himself.
All right. So multiply in Hebrew means excessive. So is it saying he can only have one horse, one wife?
Nope.
Right now, that's not saying that he can't go overboard to where he get to the point to where he's not handling none of his responsibility as a king.
That's right.
distraction.
As a, you know what I'm saying, as the commander in chief, as a political power head for the nation, all that. That's all they're saying. Go ahead.
That his heart is turned not away, neither shall he greatly multiply to himself silver and gold. And it shall be, when he sitteth upon the throne of his kingdom, that he shall write him a copy of the law, of this law in a book out of that which is before the priests of the Levites.
So that disqualifies us doing putting up of a king in America.
Right.
Because we read in their own documents, they got a long line of history saying they not a Christian nation.
Mm-hmm.
So you dealing with an atheist nation, atheist setup with atheist rituals.
Yeah.
And people want you to get out and make your allegiance with that.
They took the Ten Commandments down off everything.
Mm-hmm. And then you know the crazy part why judgment has to come down on this place in particular, especially with all the kings the presidents of the United States of America, because they put their right hand on the Bible.
Sure did.
During the inauguration, they always put their right hand on the Bible and they make an oath to live by it. So since you put your hand on it and you made an oath, that there's judgments about you in it.
That's right, brother.
Mm-hmm. So guess what? You got to walk that out, partner.
That's right.
They got to walk that out.
Yeah, that jacket is.
They got to walk that out.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Hebrew.
19.
Yeah.
And it shall be with him, and he shall read therein all the days of his life, that he may learn to fear the Lord his God.
That's right.
To keep all the words of this law and these statutes to do them.
Keep the law of the land. The president not even supposed to keep the law of the land. If he the king of Israel, he supposed to keep the Most High law. Right? Go ahead.
20. That his heart be not lifted up above his brethren.
That's right.
Who more prideful right now than President Trump? President and king not supposed to have pride. Go ahead.
And that he turn not aside from the commandments to the right hand or to the left, to the end that he may prolong his days in his kingdom.
That's right.
He and his children in the midst of Israel.
All right, let's go to Hosea 5. Hosea 5. Hosea is after the book of Daniel. If anybody has trouble finding it. Hosea chapter 5, 11, 15. Hosea, now 10 through 15, Hebrew.
10 through 15?
Yeah, not instead of 11 through 15. Let's do 10 through 15.
Hosea 5 and verse 10.
Uh-huh.
The princes of Judah were like them that removed the bound. Therefore, I will pour out my wrath upon them like water.
See that? He said the princes of Judah.
Come on now.
Right? The men who called the shots for the nation of Judah.
Mhm.
He said they was like those who removed the bound or the landmark.
Come on, brother.
Mhm.
Come
Right?
on now.
So because you didn't establish righteousness, because you condemned the innocent and exalted the guilty, right? He had to strip us of that power.
Come on now.
You can't have politicians. No man gonna save you now. Go ahead.
11.
Yeah.
Ephraim is oppressed and broken in judgment because he's willingly walked after the commandment.
Woo.
Therefore, will I be unto Ephraim as a mouth, and to the house of Judah as rottenness. When Ephraim saw his sickness, and Judah saw his wounds, then went Ephraim to the Assyrians and sick.
Go ahead. You see, he said when my people saw that they were sick, when they realized something was terribly wrong with them as a nation, they still went and sought the help and deliverance from other countries, other nations. That's why I say our people know it's something wrong. Our people know it's something wrong. That's why we in every religion, every belief system. We looking to fill that void.
That's right.
But we just gotta look in the right place, right? And the voting ballots is not it. This heathen politics is not it. All right, go ahead.
And sent to King Jareb, yet could he not heal you, nor cure you of your wounds.
That's right.
For I will be unto Ephraim as a lion, and as a young lion to the house of Judah. Even I will tear and go away. I will take away, and none shall rescue him.
None shall rescue him. So you ain't gonna have nobody to speak on your behalf to lobby for help for you. Like when the United Nations get together and they discuss, you know what I'm saying? Every country discuss what's best for they people. Where your representative at the table? Where you know what I'm saying?
We don't have a seat at the table.
You ain't even invited to the meeting.
Come on, bro.
You can't even stand outside the door and listen to what's going on.
Security. Yeah, he wasn't even thought of. Head first security.
Yeah. That's cold.
That's crazy,
I'll
man.
tell you what's sitting up in heaven, man.
Man, look, we've been able to vote for 60 plus 6 decades. We can't at least get a seat at the table just to hear what's going on. Let me hear it. I just want to listen to what y'all talk about.
That's a cold hard fact, bro. That's cold right there.
So African American, we don't have a seat nowhere.
Nowhere.
They be like,
Because you don't exist. That's why you're only 2/3
of a person. Yeah. That's why they treat you as such.
That's right. That's right.
They
30 years
treat
ago,
you as
Negro
such.
wasn't even on there.
That's crazy.
Negro be down there. Can I get some of the crumbs
So
off
all
the
the
table?
policies that's being made, all the discussions that's being had, you ain't nowhere in it.
Matter of fact, you in it, but it's against you.
Yeah. And you ain't got nobody in the crowd say, hold up, wait. Let's not do that to them.
Yeah.
This time.
Yeah.
Still skinning and grinning.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And that's the table that Martin Luther King tried to get to.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's the table that he realized, like, but at the end, boy, he woke up, he snapped out of it. He
But it was
said,
too late to
man,
get the money back.
he said, man, this a burning house I done integrated my people into.
Yeah.
Woo-wee. And right when he was starting to snap out of it. Nah, you don't.
They gonna peel it. Anybody that do that, they gonna peel their wigs back.
Yeah.
You done took the money now.
That's the table he tried to get to.
Let's flip back 2 chapters. Hosea 3.
Want to read that 15?
Yeah,
Are you good on that?
Nah, go ahead. Read that.
I don't need to
Read that.
15. I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense.
Not until they go out and vote and protest and march. You see what the Most High say? He say, I'm going to completely walk away from this people. I'm going to turn my back. I'm going to sit down and mind my business till they collectively come together and acknowledge what they done.
Come on, brother. That's a hard piece.
It's just like hearing your little baby cry and just, man, forget it. It's just sitting there letting them cry until they come stop crying and say, I'm sorry, Daddy. That's all he want. That's all he want. Go ahead.
I'm gonna read that from the top.
Yeah.
I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early.
In my affliction, they'll seek me early. Let's split back 2 chapters. Let's get this whole, it's 5 verses. Hosea 3:1-5. Go ahead.
Then said the Lord unto me, go yet, love a woman but love of her friend.
Right.
Yet an adulteress, according to the love of the Lord toward the children of Israel, who look to other gods and love flagons of wine. So I brought her to me for 15 pieces of silver, and for a omer of barley, and for a half omer of barley.
All right, so we're gonna get into that in the coming weeks, because it's actually a marriage lesson that I've been wanting to do, but the Spirit ain't been leading me to do it. He been leading me to do other stuff. So one of these Shabbats we actually gonna get. That's gonna
break
be in
down.
there. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
3.
Yeah.
And I said unto her, thou shalt abide for me many days. Thou shalt not play the harlot, and thou shalt not be for another man. So will I also be for thee.
See, he want our complete allegiance to him. To him, not, you know what I'm saying, to no Biden, the other decrepit heathen Trump. He can't even breathe now. He faking like he ain't got COVID. COVID turned him up. Go ahead.
4.
Yeah.
For the children of Israel shall abide many days without a king.
Woo-wee. That's the prophecy right there. Do we have, like you say, do we have somebody to sit at the United Nations table for us?
10 days without a king.
It say Israel gonna go many days without a man, one man that called the shots for them. A political power, a warhead power, whatever, economic. He said they gonna go many days without.
That's hard hitting them, man. That's hard hitting them.
And we still living that prophecy out.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
And without a prince.
Ooh.
And without a sacrifice.
So you ain't got no
ain't no priest,
king, no priest.
Ain't nobody to make atonement for your sin.
No, sir.
Nobody. We gotta calculate the feast days individually now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Wherever we at, that was the priest used to let us know. All right, y'all. That was the trumpet.
Yeah.
It's tabernacles time. The Shabbat here, new moon. You know what I'm saying? We got to remind each other of this stuff now.
Well, we done fallen off.
And then when we had our own king, we was in our own land, had our own crops, grew our own food, all that.
You have to worry about calling in on Shabbat day.
So did. You had that off automatic.
Yeah. Hey, I don't sick days.
Yeah.
None of that.
Yeah. I ain't had to worry about taking off for the feast days. Man. Ooh, we had it good. It said we should abide many days without a king, without a prince. Go ahead.
Without an image. Without an ephod.
Without an ephod. Go ahead.
And without a teraphim.
Go ahead. These were communication devices
that
the priests used to communicate with the Most High. Go ahead.
Afterward shall the children of Israel return and seek the Lord their God and David their king, and shall fear the Lord and his goodness in the latter days.
All right, so now that's when we gonna have a king, right? You gonna have different rank. You gonna have Yeshua sitting on the throne, and you gonna have David right under him, and then you gonna have other judges and rulers. The 12 disciples, then other judges and rulers. That's how the order and rank gonna go. You finished that, Hebrew?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go to the next spot. Job 9:24. How long we got the room?
As long as you want it, my brother.
Cool.
As long as we got the money.
Job 9:24.
Nah, we good. 9 and 24.
Yup. I mean, if you ain't an Israelite, you don't believe this type of stuff, then you ain't gotta listen to nothing we saying. You know what I'm saying? This just for Israelites who believe in Yahushua, who believe in his kingdom, who believe in his government.
That's right.
That's who this for. If this ain't your cup of tea, cut it off. Job 9 and 24. Go ahead.
The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked.
Do y'all hear that? The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So it's gonna be wicked laws passed, wicked everything you see. So the candidates are also wicked. Like I say, get into the racist history of the Democratic Party. Because a Negro think he's something today where I'm a Democrat. You know? I'm like, bro, you might want to look at how this started out.
And that's part of the problem. They don't know what it means. A lot of us just don't
Yeah.
vote, not know what we voting for. So
Right.
I had that argument just this week about voting, and I was like, I don't vote. You
Yeah.
don't have a right to complain about nothing. I got a right to complain about everything.
Right.
So, like I explained to, I said, you don't even know who to vote for. You going, I said, when they take Democrat and Republican off of them tickets, and you have to vote for a person based on your research, you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Vote to be vote.
Yeah.
Because you don't research.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of people do that. Just vote Democrat just to be voting Democrat because you black.
Yeah.
Why? That ain't done nothing for you.
Exactly.
That was taught. That's something that was taught and hand down to us. A lot of bad stuff.
Yep. Well said.
Her husband even told her, "You a Democrat and don't know why."
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy.
So that Joe just told you, why would you vote for the anybody in this world anyway? It's been given to the hand of the wicked.
That's right.
And
Right.
we have Israelite teachers teaching the congregation they can go out and vote.
Some of the, well, let me be quiet.
What?
Let me be quiet. I just finna go in.
Nah, say what you had to say,
Hey,
bro.
but see, here's the deal, bro. You gotta understand something. When you in of leadership and you keep bragging about how big your congregation is, you got the biggest Israelite camp in the world, and you telling people to go out and vote, and who tell you that the earth has been given wholly into the hand of the wicked? It's become the habitation of the devil. You tell people to go out and vote, bro. Something's off right there.
Yeah.
I got
Because
a problem with all that.
come on now, speak on the Hebrew.
I got a problem when you tell people to go out and vote and they tell you not to put nobody over you that ain't of your brother, but you say you the biggest Israelite camp in the world. I got a problem with all that. You influencing too many people, elder.
Yeah.
You influence too many people and tell them to go down the wrong path to transgress the laws of the Most High.
Ooh.
I got a problem with all that.
Me too.
Maybe that's why you shut down right now. And everybody else ain't. I digress.
You show you look like you want to go off
That
some
man,
more.
he hung on the collar, bro.
All right, we good.
Do less. No.
Let's go.
Let me finish that out, Hebrew.
Yeah, let's finish that out.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the other judges thereof.
Yeah.
If not, where? And who is he?
Okay, let's go to Ephesians 6. Earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
That's right. See, when you fully converted, you won't be fooled with that foolishness, man.
Man, I watch it just to laugh at old Trump because he funny to me.
Yeah, he is a comedian. Him and Bush.
Yep.
Yeah, that's some characters.
Ephesians 6.
Okay.
Ephesians 6, 10 through 12, Hebrew.
Yes, sir.
Ephesians 6, 10 through 12.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
Ephesians 6.
Yeah.
Verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of Yah.
Yeah.
That ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
See the tricks of the devil. See, who would have knew before this lesson? I didn't even know before even putting it together that voting was actually an offering or a vow. It's another subtle tactic to get you to pledge your allegiance to the creature than the creator. That's all it is. So he said, put on the whole armor of Yah to protect you against little wiles, little tricks like that. That's what wiles is, tricks.
Yes, sir.
When you look up the word wiles, it means subtle tricks. Go ahead.
12.
Yeah.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
Oh, go vote for now. Are we voting for Joe Biden, Donald Trump, or are we voting for the entity that's driving them?
Come on now.
You see, we not wrestling against flesh and blood. They not debating against each other, y'all.
Just like the king of towers.
Yeah.
That's right.
He said we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Go ahead.
But against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world.
Of this world. The rulers of darkness rule this world. Messiah called Satan the prince of the world.
That's right.
In John 12. So that's who we wrestling against.
That's right.
Right, go ahead.
Against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Spiritual wickedness in high places. We just saw it. They asked him for his counsel. Oh, Molech, oh, Bohemian, give us your counsel. And then where you think all the laws come from?
From
the entity they beseeching.
That's right, brother. Say themselves.
I want to name Bohemian, think about the Allens and all that, the relations with it. I guess I need to
it might be.
It must be Bohemian and Allen.
It might be because Mount Hermon was where the angels came down and slept with the women and had the giants. Who was that? The UN got a base.
They got a base
in Mount Hermon.
Right there on Mount Hermon.
Y'all looked this stuff up,
See what I'm saying? That the same portal where wicked angels came down and set foot on this earth, the UN has a base there. Right there. Right there. So, like I say, we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Let's go look at that. Let's go to Daniel 10. Let's go to Daniel 10. We're gonna read 1 through 13.
Yes, sir.
Daniel 10, 1 through 13.
Oh, dang, 10.
Okay, what was that mountain you just said that the angels?
Mount Hermon. Yeah.
Let me know when you ready, my bro.
You set you a base up on the entry point of fallen angels. Like, what are you really trying to accomplish by doing that? Is what you have to ask yourself. Like, why would you? It's the same reason why our forefathers put an altar where they had a supernatural encounter with the Most High. They marked the spot to open up a spiritual portal. Boom. Same thing. The wicked do the same thing.
That's right, brother.
They marked the spot where a supernatural event took place on the left-hand side, and they opened the portal.
They guard that portal.
Like the Mount of Olive.
Yep.
The to and from spot.
Yeah.
Because Messiah always went there praying.
Yep. So did. So we in Daniel the 10th chapter. Let's do 1 through 13. Go ahead, bro.
In the 3rd year of Cyrus, king of Persia,
a
thing was revealed unto Daniel, whose name was called Belteshazzar.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing was true, but the time appointed was long, and he understood the thing, and he had understood the vision. In those days, Daniel was mourning 3 full weeks. I ate no pleasant bread, neither came flesh nor wine in my mouth, neither did I anoint myself at all, till 3 whole weeks were fulfilled.
So he fasted for 3 weeks, fasted and prayed for 3 weeks. All right, go ahead.
In the 4th and 20th day of the 1st month, as I was by the side of the great river, which is Hezekiah. Was that Hezekiah? Hezekiah. Then I lifted up my eyes and look, and behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins.
Man, yeah. So an angel showed up as a man. I used to think this was a description about the Messiah, but it's not. When you read later on in the chapter, we're gonna read it.
Right.
This same man had to have help. You know what I'm saying? From Michael. And we know the Messiah don't need no help against no demons. You know what I'm saying? So, and then plus it left out the one description about the woolly hair. It didn't say nothing about the woolly hair. Go ahead.
Whose loins were girded with fine golds of Ephah.
Go ahead.
His body also was like the beryl, and his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet like in colors of polished brass.
So when they did show up in the form of a man, they look just like us.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
And the voice of his words like the voice of a multitude. And I, Daniel, alone saw the vision, for the men that were with me saw not the vision, but a great quaking fell upon them, so that they fled to hide themselves.
See that the spirit don't deal with everybody.
That's right.
Right? While you seeing the vision, you not paying attention to the quaking, but everybody around you not seeing the vision, but feel the quaking.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's how the spirit works. It don't deal with everybody.
That's right, brother.
Right? Go ahead.
Verse 8.
Yeah.
Therefore I was left alone and saw this great vision, and there remained no strength in me, for my countenance was turned in me unto corruption, and I retained no strength. Yet heard I the voice of his words, and when I heard the voice of his words, then was I in a deep sleep on my face, and my face toward the ground. And behold, a hand touched me, which set me upon my knees, and upon the palms of my hand. And he said unto me, O Daniel, a man greatly beloved, understand the words that I speak unto thee, and stand upright. For unto thee am I now sent. And when he had spoken this word unto me, I stood trembling.
Go ahead, bro.
Then said he unto me, Fear not, Daniel, for from the first day that thou didst set thy heart to understand and to chasten thyself before thy Elohim, thy words were heard, and I am come for thy work.
Notice how fasting and praying, how an angel was dispatched. Right? So, hey, he deal with his children the same way. When you put that fasting with that praying, things start happening. Heaven start moving. Right? Go ahead.
Hey, that's another thing. Look, sometimes you gotta get away. You move folks out your way so he can deal with you.
Yeah, that's true, Hebrew. Go ahead.
13. But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 120 days.
Wait, so we wrestle not against flesh and blood. So is he talking about the physical king of Persia that withstood an angel? Nah, because you can't even see him.
That's right.
You can't even see him. So he talking about wicked entities that's over different nations. That's what the scriptures talk about when they say we wrestle not against flesh and blood. So you got evil spirits that's over these countries, that's governing these countries.
Yes, sir.
That's why when you read Ezekiel 28, you see the same thing with the who was it? Tyrus?
The king of Tyrus.
King of Tyrus up in Ezekiel 28. Then you go to Isaiah 14, king of Babylon. It's going back and forth between him and Lucifer. But when you read it, you see like, dang, he's talking to the king of Babylon who's being governed by Lucifer.
That's right.
It's the same thing. All right, go ahead.
Starting from the top.
Yeah.
But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 120 days. But lo, Michael, one of the chief prince, came to help me.
Yes, sir.
So now we know this ain't the Messiah. He wouldn't need no help with that.
No, sir.
This was another angel, right? And then Michael, who you read Daniel 12 and let you know he's over Israel. That's the principality over Israel.
That's all cap.
Right? So go ahead.
And I remained there with the kings of Persia.
That was it.
That was it.
All right, that was it. I just wanted to show that real quick. Let's go to Psalms 94. Psalms 94.
Sometimes when we're in trouble, we can call the Most High, send Michael.
Yeah.
Satan on your head.
Yes, sir. So even Israel got a principality, but we got a righteous principality over us.
That's right.
Michael the archangel.
Psalms 94, my brother.
14 through 20.
Yes, sir.
14 through 20.
Psalms 94, verse 14.
Yeah.
For the Lord will not cast off his people, neither will he forsake his inheritance.
That's right. Even though we under the curses, he has not totally forsaken us. Because if we was, we wouldn't be here. We'd be utterly destroyed. All the attempts they attempted to wipe us off the face of this planet.
Yeah.
So that lets you know that he hadn't utterly forsaken his people. Go ahead.
15.
Yeah.
But judgment shall return unto righteousness.
That's right. Judgment shall return unto righteousness. That's a righteous government. Go ahead.
And all the upright in heart shall follow it.
That's right. Go ahead.
Who will rise up for me against the evildoer? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
Go ahead.
Unless the Lord has been my help, my soul had almost dealt in silence.
Ooh.
When I said my foot slipped, thy mercy, O Lord, held me up.
That's right.
In the multitude of my thoughts within me, thy comfort delights my soul. Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee?
You see that? It says, shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee? The throne meaning the government, so to speak. So he says, shall the throne of iniquity of sin have fellowship with you, Most High? You know what I'm saying? This country passed all these wicked laws, then had the nerve to say, in God we trust.
Straight up.
You think God accept that? When this country bow their heads and pray to him, you think that ain't getting past their earlobes? They can't have fellowship with the Most High because they the throne of iniquity.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Shall the throne of iniquity have fellowship with thee, which frameth mischief by
You
law?
see that? They frame mischief by law.
That's right.
The wall in Breonna Taylor's apartment got more justice than she did.
They charge you more for shooting the wall up than they did.
You see what I'm saying? And then they framed that by law and let him. What was the charge they gave him? It was some BS.
Malicious fire.
He was shooting wildly or whatever.
Man,
There's some crazy law. You know they make up laws as they go.
Side store, drink, pack the Skittles and a drink, he gets shot.
Trayvon Martin.
Right.
Yeah, that was Trayvon Martin.
They frame everything by law. You get caught with a bag of weed this big, this small, they lock you away for 30 years.
All the while, a few months ago, a boat with tons of cocaine on it, owned by J.P. Morgan, was seized. Didn't nobody bat an eye about it. Nobody said nothing about it. No report was made about it. All you seen was an article about it. All they say it was seized. Nobody arrested. None of that.
Look here.
But here come election time, you see all these drug busts in the hood. Because they want to give you the illusion that if you pick me, I'm going to go get all the big bad guys off the street.
The big bad guys are the ones standing in front of you.
How did the dope get here? We always been poor.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Like T. Booker said, you little thing of weed, they pull you over, give you 30 years, they take the rest of it and smoke it themselves.
Right.
Oh, that's what they do?
Yeah.
And the two that's running for president for Democrat, they're the two biggest people that put more black people in jail than anybody over the last 30 years. Them two right there.
Cop Kamala Harris is what I call them.
Them two right there that's running for Democrat, they done passed more laws against black people, put more black people in jail than anybody in the last 30 years. But everybody, y'all, she Come on, man.
What was we at, Hebrew?
We finished with that.
Are we done with that?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go to Isaiah 10, 1 through 4.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Isaiah 10, 1 through 4.
Dealing with some hypocrites.
Yes, sir.
But everybody wants to, I ain't gonna say everybody.
So would you in your right mind vote after knowing all this? You know what I'm saying? Like, would you even concern yourself with any of this?
No, sir. I say this ain't my fight.
Right. Isaiah 10, 1 through 4.
Isaiah chapter 10, verse 1. Woe to them that decree unrighteous decree.
Decrees are laws.
That's right.
The scriptures, and whenever you see woe in the scriptures, that means you have destruction coming. So that says, woe unto them that do what? Decree unrighteous decrees. So he says destruction coming to those who pass wicked laws.
That's right.
Right, go ahead.
And that right grievousness which they have prescribed.
Grievousness, go ahead.
To turn aside the needy from judgment.
The poor stay poor in this system. In this system of capitalism, the poor stay poor and the rich get richer.
That's right.
That may be the same place for us, you know.
Yeah.
You get rich and you end up in the woods.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
Because you're rich only because you
done done something. Yup. Yeah. Yeah.
You won't be in no tabernacle.
So, so look, and then, because the government of the Most High, he cares about the poor. He look out for the
That's
poor.
right.
He look out for the women. You know what I'm saying? Look out for the children. All that. All that. Back in the day, you couldn't be a Negro. Back in the day, just running through the women. Now the elders will beat you down for that in the law. That's Deuteronomy 22.
Now the elders trying to run through the women, ain't
Yeah.
Hey, what you see?
they? They pass down to the young men.
We just gotta learn how to live within our means and not live young though. That's what causes stress when you out there trying to chase that money bag.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
make it
Yep.
you yours and stay live within your means.
Because that's what the scriptures say about riches. It puts you through with many sorrows.
Yeah.
Many sorrows. What verse was we at?
Beginning of verse 2.
Okay, go ahead.
To turn aside the needy from judgment.
Wicked government. Go ahead.
And to take away the right from the poor of my people.
Wicked judgment. Go ahead.
That widows may be their prey.
They don't care about the women.
And that they may rob the fatherless.
So you set up the households to be fatherless.
Mhm.
So you can rob the household. They got to get the strength of the house out of there.
That's right.
At one point, it was to where women couldn't even get government assistance, even if they came and seen a pair of men's shoes in the house.
That's right.
So to keep the woman dependent on the system, they had the black man and the black woman need to stay separated.
Yeah, that's right.
Let us raise your kids.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Then now they're attacking you through the food. Estrogen overload in the food. Turning the men to women from the inside out.
Soft as butter.
You wonder why these men got all these feminine emotions. Estrogen overload. Look it up. Research estrogen overload. Not just for black men, for men, period. They pushing that on the men, but pushing this homosexual agenda. So eventually, the straight man is gonna be a thing of the past, and the sissy man, the effeminate man, is gonna be the standard. No, you good.
They now deem like masculinity as toxic. They call it toxic
Yep.
masculinity.
Yep.
Any male, any emotion is considered toxic. And I think the media in general just doesn't want toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Because I think they're pushing like some homosexuals.
Yeah, and they think that us being homosexuals is real masculinity. That's the toxic masculinity there. You know what I'm saying? And it's so easy to peep the agenda. I don't know if anybody here watched Power. Anybody watch Power now? Who remember the old plug Ghost had Lobos? He was a little homosexual, Hispanic on the show. Now they had little scenes in there with him and his little boyfriend, but it wasn't nothing crazy. It was just, they weren't doing nothing sexual.
And it's amazing. Just think about 20 years ago to come out gay or lesbian, whatever you was considered mental illness.
Yeah.
And then 10 years ago, you were supposed to hide it if that's what you wanted to be. And now it's all
everywhere.
Everybody.
It's all everywhere.
Speak against it, then you are.
Yeah.
And then if you say that you don't believe in it, everybody against you because something must be wrong with you. It was, I don't know the young lady name, the other day, she came out and she said, ain't everybody bisexual?
No.
That's what I said, but this is on TV, and like you said,
it's the norm,
TV
right?
More because of all of that's on everything you watch, so you don't need to watch it. Yeah. If they not pushing gay and lesbian, they pushing the mixed races.
Yep, or the pedophilia.
You
see the commercials even like that.
Black women, white men, black women.
Yeah.
Then women you don't even know.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you see a little baby, a little, dark looking baby, or, you're like, it is almost I'm looking,
So when they had the little homosexual Hispanic Lobos on there, it wasn't nothing too crazy, They just showed his little boyfriend a couple of scenes.
It was real subtle. It was not even
Now, a few episodes ago, You got two black boys on there. One dude supposed to be a drug dealer in a drug family, and then another one supposed to be an athlete playing basketball. Black men. They have the most elaborate sexual scene I've ever seen on that show. Two black men. And in my head, I'm thinking that when they had Lobos on the show and they had his little homosexual role in it, it wasn't never nothing like this. Yeah, it's like, bro, if you can't see the G in the sky, you can't see it, bro. You don't want to see it.
There you go. And on the show Shy Water, he brought it up. The guy when he played a transition.
Yeah, the dude who played Eazy-E.
The first guy.
No,
I can't remember the role of the characters.
He was the drug dealer. He was the drug dealer, had the young brother, and he wouldn't play the gay role.
So the original character wouldn't play it, and so they got rid of him. Got another dude,
Right.
just like I thought it was the same person.
Yeah.
And he agreed to, and he's with a transgender man.
Right.
You don't even know his
That's
name.
crazy.
He looked just like a woman.
Ooh-wee.
You tell him, man.
Today,
Me.
is too
Yeah.
much. No, it's so many out there.
This girl, I didn't realize until one show that
You can't tell. You can't tell.
Now we got like 5 more scripts, y'all. We got a few more scripts. Let's get through this. Let's flip back a chapter. Let's go to Isaiah 9. Let's look at the government of the Messiah.
Where we going?
Isaiah 9. Oh, y'all good. Isaiah 9, 1 through 7. Isaiah 9, 1 through 7. It's all good. It's Bible study.
I don't know about the estrogen.
Oh, yeah, look that up. Look that up. Estrogen overload, eugenics, look at all that. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Isaiah chapter 9, verse 1.
Yeah, go ahead.
Nevertheless, the dimness shall not be such
Okay.
as was in her vexation, when at the first he lightly afflicted the land of Zebulun and the land of Naphtali, and afterward did more grievous affliction by her, afflicted her by the way of the sea, beyond Jordan in Galilee of the nations. The people that walked in darkness have seen a great light.
Yes, sir.
They that dwell in the land of the shadows of death, upon them had the light shine.
See that? The people that was walking in darkness is Israel. This is talking about the first coming of the Messiah. It mentioned Galilee, so it tell you where his ministry will mostly be at. That verse 1, then it say, the light have shined. He referred to himself as the light in John, 7 or 8, one of them. He said, I am the light.
Yes, right.
You know what I'm saying? Check John 1, 2. Go ahead.
Thou hast multiplied the nations, and not increased the joy. They joy before thee according to the joy in harvest. And as men rejoice when they divided the spoil. For thou hast broken the yoke of his burden and the staff of his shoulder, the rod of his oppressor.
See that the rod of the oppressor is already broken. Isaiah is speaking like it's already happened, because in prophecy it has. And Messiah just got to come down and finish the job. Go ahead, Hebrew.
As in the day of Midian.
Yeah.
For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise, and garments rolled in blood. But this shall be with burning and fuel of fire.
Verse 6.
For unto us a child is born, unto us a son is given, and the government shall be upon his shoulder.
And the who?
The government.
And the government should be upon his shoulder. Right? Go ahead.
And his name shall be called Wonderful, Counselor, the Mighty Yah, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace.
The Prince of Peace. Right? What presidential candidate coming like that with that type of authority?
No.
Right? When you read name in Hebrew, it means authority. So this is the type of power he gonna have. He gonna be a counselor. You're gonna be able to come to him for advice. The mighty God, even though he came in the flesh, he still hold the title of God.
That's right.
Prince of Peace, 1,000-year millennial reign or peace.
Yes,
right?
Hallelujah.
Ain't nobody coming with ain't no candidate coming with credentials like that. Right? So if they ain't coming like that, we settling for less. Voting for anybody in this system. Right? Go ahead.
7.
Yeah.
and of the increase of his government and peace there shall be no
And
end.
his government ain't ending. A righteous dictatorship votes won't be needed. Go ahead.
Upon the throne of David
Mm.
and upon his kingdom,
Yeah.
to order it and to establish it with judgment and with justice from henceforth forever.
Ooh, let's go to Micah 5. Micah 5. Let's get another look at this ruler. Micah 5. 1 through 4. Pull the blue letter up. Get the definition.
I got it right here for you, my brother.
All right.
Blue letter. You need it now?
Yeah.
Share screen this blue letter. View it up so everybody can see it pretty good. One more.
All right.
Okay, there we go.
All right, we in Micah chapter 5. Give me 1 second, y'all. Let me pull up what I'm trying to get y'all to see on here. All right, let's get it. Micah 5. Look up at verse 1, Hebrew. Micah 5, verse 1. When you get it, go ahead.
Now gather thyself in troops,
Uh-huh.
O daughters of troops. He hath laid siege against us. They shall smite the judge of Israel.
Who?
The judge of Israel.
Okay.
With a rod upon the cheek.
All right.
But thou, Bethlehem, Ephratah,
Mm.
though thou be a little among thousands of Judah, yet out of these shall he come forth unto me, that is to be ruler in Israel.
So it's a ruler supposed to come out in Israel, right?
Mhm.
They gonna smite him upon the cheek with a rod. That happened at his crucifixion.
That's right.
All right, let's find out something else about this ruler. Go ahead.
Whose going forth have been from of old,
Oh man, shots fired at the non-messianic.
Come on, now.
from everlasting.
So first you got Micah writing this years after David been dead, years after Solomon been dead. Joseph, everybody they try to put on the throne but the Messiah, they been dead when Micah wrote this.
Mm.
Then he say his going forth has been from of old. What does going forth mean?
Mhm.
Let's see what his going forth mean. Let's see what that mean. Page 4163.
Mm-hmm.
Outline of biblical usage. What's that first word right there?
Right here.
Origin.
Mhm.
So his origin is from old.
Ancient day.
Mhm.
Yep, that's what it means when you look up old antiquity. That's the so this
Ancient
ruler
days.
that's coming out of Israel has to be smited upon the cheek with a rod. He got to fulfill all these prophecies. His origin has to be from of old time,
Mhm.
from the beginning. You see what I'm saying? So hey, shots fired at you non-messianics.
Yes, sir.
You can take that off if you want to. All right, go ahead when you finish. Pick it back up where you stopped at. So it say his going forth has been from of old, his origin from of old. Go ahead.
You want to pick it up from top of 2 or go ahead into
you can
3?
pick it up at the top of 2.
But thou, Bethlehem, Ephratah,
Yeah.
though thou be a little among thousands of Judah,
Mm.
yet out of these shall he come forth unto me, that is to be ruler in Israel,
Right.
whose going forth have been from of old, from everlasting.
Mm.
Therefore will I give them up until the time that she which travaileth has brought forth.
See that? That go another prophecy like the one we read in Micah 3. He gonna give us up for a time, and then he gonna come back to us. Go ahead.
Then the remnant of his brethren shall return unto the children of Israel.
That's right.
And he shall stand, and feed in the strength of the Lord.
Ooh, so why was the Pharisees so throwed off when Messiah was like, look, everything I do by the will of my Father. I do by the power of my Father. But it told you about a king coming whose origin was from the beginning, that he would do everything in the strength of his Father. Right here in the Old Testament. Go ahead.
In the majesty of the name of the Lord his God, and they shall abide, for now shall he be great unto the ends of the earth.
All right, let's go to Matthew 2. Let's link this up. Matthew 2, 1 through 6. We just got a few more after that.
That's all.
Matthew 2, 1 through 6. When you get it, go ahead.
Matthew chapter 2, verse 1.
Yeah.
Now, when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east and are come to worship him. And when Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him.
You see that? So this is going to eventually put us in total opposition to the government. You see what I'm saying? Because we looking for this same king to come back and destroy this government in this place, just like the people in Israel was during the time of the Messiah. Right? Go ahead.
Verse.
What you at?
Verse
3.
Yeah,
verse 3.
You read verse 3.
4.
Okay, it's 4 then. Yeah.
And we had gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together. He demanded of them where Christ should be born. And they said unto him, in Bethlehem of Judea.
Just like the prophets say. Go ahead.
For thus it is written by the prophets.
Yeah, that's right.
And thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judea, art not the least among the princes of Judah. For out of thee shall a governor. Out of thee shall come a governor.
Right. So in the Old Testament, Micah 5, it used ruler. Right. But in the New Testament, it say governor. Same thing. All right, go ahead.
That shall rule my people. That shall rule my people, Israel.
That's the king. That's the governor we looking for. That's right. Right? That was it on that?
We're going to 7?
Nah.
That's it on that.
All right, let's go to Psalms 110.
He said he going to rule his people,
Israel. That's right. That's who we want, you know what I'm saying, passing legislation for us. Psalms 110. Psalms 110.
He ain't saying his people and spiritual Israel, did he? I'm going to keep banging on that. I don't give a damn to get mad enough. He talking about his people. We the one in disarray.
Oh, man.
Judah shoot.
I'm like, man, I've been in here for too long. Ready to go back to the house.
Okay, I'm ready, brother.
All right, Psalms 110, 1 through 7, the whole chapter.
Psalms 110.
All right, so now we're reading about the Messiah, that he got a government coming. It's going to be upon his shoulders. The increase, and it's never going to be an increase of peace, and it'll never end. Right? Let's see what else going to be happening when he come to establish his government.
The Lord said unto my Lord, sit thou at my right hand until I make thy enemies thy footstool.
Go
and
ahead.
The Lord shall send the rod of thy strength out of Zion.
Hallelujah.
Rule thou in the midst of thine enemies.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power.
Yeah, that's the promise of the new covenant. You know what I'm saying? Every Israelite gonna be willing, gonna be ready to serve the Most High. Go ahead.
In the beauties of holiness from the womb of the morning, thou hast the dew of thy youth. The Lord has sworn,
yes, sir,
and will not repent.
Yes, sir.
Thou art a priest forever after the order of Melchizedek.
So
we have a king. He's our king and priest, right? And he has a priesthood. Go ahead.
And the Lord thy right hand shall strike through kings in the day of his wrath.
Ooh-wee. Sweet Jesus.
Yes, sir.
Sweet Jesus gonna be. It say he gonna be striking through kings.
Yes, sir.
In the day of his wrath. So all these little makeshift presidents on this earth gonna be getting struck through when the real king show up.
That's right.
This is who we want to vouch for us. right? This our king, this our governor, this our president, right? Go ahead.
He shall judge among the heathens or nation.
We. So everybody who over us right now, oppressing us, he gonna judge them. And judge don't mean, okay, 5 years in the hole. No, judge mean you gonna die. I'm going for what you did to my kids. I'm going to kill you. Period. That's just what it is. Go ahead.
That's an Enoch also. He talked about the Enoch.
Ah, yeah. Yup.
He shall judge among the heathen nation. He shall fill the places with the dead bodies.
Hallelujah.
Places with dead bodies.
Yes, sir.
These gonna be dead bodies of kings, of all the oppressors that ever put their hand on Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Get
Right? So this, if your king, if your presidential candidate ain't talking about none of this, he ain't talking about nothing.
No, sir.
You see what I'm saying? The government that's coming, headed by Yahushua HaMashiach, is pro-Israelite all the way around.
That's right.
It's here to serve us, the so-called Negro that's been getting spit on. The government that he coming is for us, by us, through him. All right, go ahead.
He shall wound the head over many countries.
Over many who?
Countries.
Over many countries. The Vladimir Putins,
What's
the
up?
Donald Trumps, the Kim Jong-un.
Mm-hmm. All of them.
All of them. The Netanyahu.
Mm-hmm.
All of them. Go ahead.
He shall drink of the brook in the way.
And he gonna drink after he victorious.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Therefore shall he lift up the heat.
He gonna lift up his head in victory. Let's go to the next spot. Micah 4. Back to Micah, chapter 4. Chapter 4, 1 through 4.
Mm-hmm. One through 4.
Yes, sir.
Micah chapter 4, verse 1. But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountains of the house of the Lord shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow into it.
You can read the same exact thing, Isaiah 2, verse 1, and it say the law gonna go forth from Jerusalem.
That's right, bro.
So if you want to know what type of law is gonna be going forth in that day when he established his government, flip back to the first 5 books. That's gonna be the same law back in the earth.
That's right.
Same law back in the earth, right? Go ahead.
2.
Yeah.
And many nations shall come and say, come, let us go up to the mount of the Lord and to the house of the God of Jacob. And he will teach us of his ways, and he will walk in his paths, for the law shall go forth of Zion.
That's right. That's right. Go ahead. Now, this is future tense for everybody who say we ain't got to keep no law. Well, this is talking about way in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still saying the law gonna go forth.
That's right.
Right? So what are they talking about? Go ahead.
And the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
Yeah.
And he shall judge among many people, and rebuke strong nations afar off. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares, and their spears into pruning hooks.
See, when he get through killing, ain't nobody gonna want to do no more killing. They were like, we don't want no more of that.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Nations shall not lift up a sword against nations, neither shall they learn war anymore.
That's right.
But they shall sit every man under his vine and under his fig tree, and none shall make them afraid. For the mouth of the Lord of hosts has spoken.
Hallelujah. Let's go to the next spot. So his government, his people, mind gonna be at ease. Ain't gonna be no depression going on in the kingdom. Ain't gonna be no word about heathens coming through messing with us. We just outside chilling.
Or our own people.
Heathen calling police on us and we just having fun. Yeah, I ain't gonna be none of that. Let's go to the next spot. Psalms 149. Psalms 149. And then we got, let's say, we got like 2-3 more spots after this. I'm gonna let y'all up out of here. I ain't gonna keep you out of 7. Not today.
Rewards, are you ready for it?
Psalms 149. Let's do 1 through 9. Whole chapter.
Okay.
Right.
Psalms 149, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Praise ye the Lord. Sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise in the congregation of saints.
There's gonna be some singing going on. You know what I'm saying? People just happy for no reason in the kingdom.
With the godly ones.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
It said the congregation of saints.
Yep.
Everybody not a saint, ain't it?
Nope.
That's
Right.
Verse 2. Let Israel rejoice in him. Let Israel rejoice in him that made him.
Mm.
Let the children of Zion be joyful in their king.
And their king.
That's right. Let them praise his name in the dance.
Mm.
Let them sing praises to him with the timbrel and harp.
Mm.
For the Lord taketh pleasure in his people.
That's right.
He will beautify the meek with salvation. Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let them sing aloud upon their bed.
Wake up singing, boy.
Just
imagine you wake up, everybody singing. Man, go ahead.
Let the high praises of Yah be in their mouth, and a two-edged sword in their hand.
Yes, sir.
You see that? So the saints of the Most High, his government won't be no punks.
That's right.
Right? You can't be effeminate switching around in the kingdom. You won't even be there.
No, sir.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to yield the sword in that kingdom. Boy, this ain't gonna be no soft mess. Go ahead.
To execute vengeance upon the heathen nation.
To do what?
Execute vengeance upon the heathen.
Oh, so in his government, his people is delegated power to execute vengeance on the people that oppress them.
Yes, sir.
What presidential candidate offers that? Republican, Democrat, whoever that offer black people a chance to avenge themselves of their oppressors.
None of them.
Ain't nobody gonna offer you that. Go ahead.
And punishments upon the people.
And punishments upon the people. Right? So you gonna be hearing cases. You broke this law. This the punishment for it. Come on over here. Get these stripes.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Pop across the head.
Go ahead.
I like this one. Verse 8. To bind their kings with chains.
Oh.
Hallelujah.
And their noble with feathers of iron.
Oh, okay. So the kings who ain't gonna want to get killed, ain't gonna want to be rebellious, even when Yeshua come back and do all his killing, they going in chains. Okay, y'all ain't so big and bad like y'all thought y'all were. Okay, well, come over here and be slaves to my people. We gonna have mansions. You think we ain't gonna need no servants up in them mansions?
Toenail knee clipping.
Oh yeah, I ain't doing nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Hurry up.
I ain't doing nothing.
What?
White buzz.
That's a righteous judge.
Yeah. Do business with the heathens. They can charge interest. That's in our Torah.
Yes, sir.
So what you trying to tell me? The ones that bow down and the heathens that bow down, except who in charge? They get it to the kingdom, but it's gonna be a servant.
Yeah. It's gonna be as a servant.
What about the ones that I'm not doing?
You're gonna be utterly destroyed. We gonna read that. They're gonna be the last scripture.
That we just read that, and punishment upon the people.
Yes, sir.
Verse 9.
Go ahead.
To execute upon them the judgments written.
That's right.
This honor have all his saints.
Hallelujah.
Praise ye the Lord.
So the judgments written is the kings going down. That's the judgments written. We're gonna be executing the judgments written for them
So
breaking
that
these
servitude will
laws.
be better than the alternative.
That's right.
That's right.
Cause we was told that, the ones who join themselves to Israel, they're gonna be ruling with Israel.
Right.
That's what we was told. And that out of the, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I was like, man, I can't see that.
Keep
Well,
down,
the
lay down.
rulership, they talking about we're gonna put you over the toenail clipping department.
Yeah.
I'd rather do that. I'd rather do that than be in the lake of fire.
I know that's right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
I
can be a servant.
and then it's the thing, like we never hated any other race because of the color of their skin. So them being our servants, we're not gonna treat them like they treated us.
That's right.
Because see, when people look at that, they look at the we look at Europeans.
Yeah.
But we've been in and out of captivity.
Right.
People look just like us, had us in captivity.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And see the way we look at the Europeans, David's generation, they look at the Philistine the same way we look
Right.
at,
Yeah.
you know what
Right.
I'm saying?
Right.
And Moses, they'll probably look at the Egyptians the
Yeah,
same way
that's
we
what I'm
look at
saying.
it. You know what I'm
We been in and
saying?
out of- So it
Yeah.
ain't just, it ain't, like I said, it ain't no color thing.
Right. It ain't no
Right.
color thing.
Right.
Like you
Right.
said, when they go into them nations of people like the Canaanites, all them different ones that was having problems, that they was having problems with.
Yeah.
See, somebody might hear that and say, see, that's what I'm talking about. They doing.
Well,
Yeah.
Now, this ain't no color
they
thing.
just scared that what they done done to us is gonna happen to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they're afraid of.
Now,
How they treated us. They
Yeah.
think we gonna treat them the same way.
They don't
unless
get
you the
right
brother,
judge.
unless you the bruise up in New York, cause they talk about cutting with razor blades and throwing alcohol. I don't know. That's a whole different
Right.
thing.
Right.
Them bruise talking
We're
about.
talking about a righteous judgment.
Right, that's
Right.
right.
And then, like I say, it's laws on Yeah.
Right, that's.
Right. And then this the whole thing. Us as conscious Israelite know that we have laws about having servants. It's
Right,
certain
right.
way we have to
That's
treat them. You know what I'm saying? That's the law that's gonna be going forth when we have servants. You know what I'm saying? Look at how Abraham treated Eleazar. He was finna make him his heir.
Sure would.
And your mindset gonna be changed anyway.
Right. And ain't no heathen that's a racist gonna be allowed to
That's
be a
right.
servant
That's
anyway.
right.
So you ain't gonna have to worry about right. You ain't gonna have to worry about leaving the house and this heathen up in the house with your kid. You ain't gonna have to worry about that because they gonna be righteous.
Yeah.
He gonna make sure ain't no Hitlers gonna be servants. Nah.
And then we gotta keep in mind we going back to our priesthood.
That's right.
Yeah. You have to think
That's
all the
another-
wickedness gonna be
Gone.
driven out
Yeah.
temporarily for 1,000 years. Right? So we have to think about that. So we
Right.
finished that.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's go to the next spot. Isaiah 60. Write down Isaiah 32, 1 through 5.
But it's still gonna be some payback because they brought a hand going upside their head.
Yep.
Please believe that. Isaiah, what's up, my brother?
Write down Isaiah 30, 1 through 5. And then this is the last spot. Write down Ezekiel 39. Write that down. That's important. Ezekiel 47. Ezekiel 47, 1 through 12. That go
39, what?
the whole
The
chapter.
whole chapter's 39.
Yeah.
Then-
Read 38 with it, chapter 38 with it too.
Okay,
You know what I'm
38,
saying?
39.
Yeah. It's showing when we back in our land safely, Gog and Magog is gonna be influenced by Satan again, right? And they gonna come up against Israel because we're gonna be dwelling without walls and no, we're gonna be chilling. The Most High. Yeah. The Most High gonna rain fire down from heaven, and then anybody passing through our land at that time is gonna be employed, burying bodies for like 7 months. So the economy is gonna be booming.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So if they ain't talking about this government, that the Messiah, bro, I ain't talking about nothing. We ain't voting for nobody. We ain't voting for nobody. You got something?
No, I was saying they gonna have to just like I say, get down or lay down, man.
Yeah.
It ain't no democracy in this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there was Isaiah 32, 1 through 5. Y'all can write down. Ezekiel, 32, 1 through 5. And that's going into how it say a king, verse 1 say a king gonna reign, then princes gonna reign with him. And then it say the vile man should not be called no more liberal. Right. So then the whole mindset in his government, we're not gonna be the Cardi B's won't be exalted, looked at as the prototypical woman, you know what I'm saying? The right. And the young Jesus and the Gucci Manes won't be considered the prototypical male. It's gonna be the righteous Israelite man, the righteous Israelite woman. That's gonna be the standard in that day.
What?
Yeah. Ezekiel, then write down Ezekiel 38 and Ezekiel 39. So we finna, this the last spot.
You one of these right now.
Yup. Let's do Isaiah 60, 1 through 12. That's the last spot. Isaiah 60, 1 through 12.
Isaiah 60, verse 1.
Yeah.
Arise, shine, for the light is come. The glory of the Lord is risen upon thee.
Oh, the light and the glory of the Lord has risen upon thee. Go ahead.
For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth,
Mm.
and gross darkness the people.
The people. So gross darkness gonna cover the whole earth, but the light gonna be shining on one spot.
Come on now.
That's what we read in Micah 4. That's why all nations gonna be flowing up to it. Because the light gonna be with one nation.
That's
Come on
right.
now.
Right? Like the light gonna be with one nation, so you gotta come up. You gotta come up and give reverence to his people, his land, and him. Go ahead.
The Lord shall rise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee.
Mm.
And the Gentiles shall come to thy light.
And then that's when the nations gonna be gathered to Israel. We back in our land. The Gentiles shall come to thy light. Go ahead.
And the kings to the brightness of thy rising.
That's right. Go ahead.
Lift up thine eyes round about and see. All they gather themselves together. They come to thee. Thy son shall come from far, and thy daughter shall be nursed at thy side. Then thou shalt see and flow together, and thy heart shall fear, and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee.
You see that? So all the riches, all the gold that the nations got belong to us. That's coming back to us.
That's right.
Our king gonna mandate that all that be brought back to his people and to his land.
Mm-hmm.
Because we got the land flowing with milk and honey, man. It's abundance of everything in
That's
that
right.
land. And everybody took it from us. But guess what? When he set up his government, he gonna pass that mandate, bring all that back to my people.
That's right, bro.
Go ahead.
The forces of the Gentiles shall come unto thee. The multitude of camels shall cover thee. The dromedaries of Midian and Ephah, all they from Sheba shall come.
We gonna be able to raise our own cattle. So all this GMO meat, that's gonna be out the window.
That's right.
All the GMO food wiped off the table. We're gonna be able to raise our own cattle.
Clean food,
clean lamb, clean chicken, no steroids.
no defiled food.
You know what I'm saying? None of that.
That's right.
That's right, Hebrew. Go ahead.
They shall bring gold and incense, and they shall show forth the praise of the Most High.
That's right. Go ahead.
The flocks of Kedar shall gather together unto thee. The ram of Nabaoth shall minister unto thee.
Yes, sir.
They shall come up with acceptance on mine altar, and I will glorify the house of my glory. Who are these that fly as clouds,
Hallelujah.
and as the doves to their windows?
See, Isaiah was watching, was seeing a vision of the returning of his people
That's
back
right.
to their land. He like, why these doves? You know what I'm saying? They flying as a cloud.
Yes, sir.
So he saw,
Flying.
he was trying to describe an airplane.
Yeah.
Come on now.
That
Come on.
technology wasn't,
Come
you know
on
what
now.
I'm saying, around then, but he
Yes, sir.
seen.
Hallelujah.
That's how you know.
And look, drinking good clean water, no high fructose.
Yes, sir. That's what. That's in the, Ezekiel 47.
Yeah.
About the waters healed, then all the trees gonna birth fruit. It's gonna be medicine for the people. All the fish and everything in the water is gonna be healed.
We're gonna be flying in.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So
Hallelujah.
Yes,
So
sir.
going back to the
First class.
lie that man invented airplane, that's a lie.
Mhm.
He
It
just
was already
put it in
in.
the earth.
Yeah.
You know, he said, well, you know, the man invented the first airplane. No, he didn't. He just put it in his mind.
The concept of it was already in the scripture.
That's right.
Yep.
Verse 9.
Uh-huh.
Surely the isle shall wait for me, and the ship of Tarshish first, to bring thy sons from
Yes,
far,
sir.
their silver and their gold
See
with
that?
them.
Their silver and their gold with them. Go ahead.
In the name of the Lord thy God, and the Holy One of Israel, because he has glorified thee.
Hallelujah.
The sons of strangers shall build up thy wall.
That's right. We gonna have to go. We going home and they gonna have to lift the
Get to
finger.
work.
Yeah.
Time to work now. Time for you to work now.
Go ahead.
And their king shall minister unto thee.
You see that? The king's gonna be servants. The king gonna be bringing you water.
I need
Yes,
some
sir.
lemonade, brother.
Yeah. Why Jordan over there crying? Huh? Why Judah diaper ain't been changed?
That's right.
Why my baby over there crying? The pamper look a little saggy in the back. Putin, what you doing over there?
You get that, brother.
Hillary, where are you, Hillary?
I like that ring.
Get
you got
your-
it, too. I need to get that ring.
By the time this show, you gonna already have it on.
Yeah.
Yup.
Oh, this still we bring it up.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's nice.
sir.
Yeah, let me see that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
My granddad, I appreciate your granddad.
Just like mine appreciate you.
Yeah.
That's right.
Trump, what 4 Ice Cubes doing here? I said 5.
That's right.
And where's Catwoman with her speech stealing? With her speech stealing. You know we got to clown these folks out. But anyway, verse 10.
Go ahead.
Start from the top.
Yeah.
And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee.
That's right.
For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee.
When I was pissed off, I smote y'all, but when my mercy turned back to y'all, I'm gonna love y'all again. Go ahead.
Therefore thy gate shall be open continually.
Go ahead.
They shall not be shut day nor night,
Mm.
that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles.
24 hours a day.
24 hours a day. That's how much they took from us.
Wow.
That the gates gonna have to be continually open so that they can bring the forces or the riches of the Gentiles back to who it rightfully belongs to.
And that their kings may be brought.
Yeah, and keep the gate open to bring some more of them heathens. They gonna be hiding up in the rocks. They gonna go snatch them.
You know how they hid? People tried to hide and search them out.
Yeah.
12.
Yeah. Go ahead.
For the nation and kingdoms.
Listen to this. Listen to this, y'all.
12. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish.
Ooh.
That
means shall die. The nation that say, man, forget them niggas.
Yeah.
They say they shall die.
You gonna turn them down too.
You see, that's as pro-Israelite as it gets.
Mm-hmm.
Those who will not, those who say, man, I'm not going up there to serve them niggers. Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, utterly.
One or two heads fall. They gonna say, "Hey, I'm with you."
Yeah.
I hope I'm on that detail to go find.
Yeah, go ahead.
Starting from the top.
Yeah.
For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish.
What presidential candidate that never said that? None. Go ahead.
Yeah, those nations shall be utterly wasted.
Utterly means completely destroyed,
That's
never
right.
to be heard from again. That's the government of the Most High. That's the government our governing king brings.
That's right.
So what we learned about voting, it's you making an oath, an offering. The inauguration is a pagan ritual. Your politicians go to Bohemian Grove and do occultic sacrifices and rituals.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There's no such thing as choosing between the lesser of two evils. We told to hate the evil, cling to the good.
Mm-hmm.
So all in all, should we be voting? No.
All our candidates are satanic worshipers anyway.
Yep. And then on top of all that, the icing on the cake was this place has always claimed to be an atheist nation.
Right.
A godless nation. So this don't have nothing to do with us. That's the lesson. Heathen politics is no place for an Israelite.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's the lesson, my brother.
All praise to the Most High.
All in the face.
First of all, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to the Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the Elohim of the Israelites. That man bust through that door. Y'all heard that, family? That man. We got a few announcements like to make. Next Sabbath, we will be down in Tupelo, Mississippi on the 17th.
Hallelujah.
Fellowshipping down there with some brothers and sisters, assembly down there. They asked for us to come down there and do a class. So Brother Terrence and myself, and the family, we'll be down there in Tupelo. Also, we had keep our brothers and sisters in prayer. Mother Edith, keep her in prayer, family. And we had Sister Francesca Ford lost her father. Keep her in prayer and her family in prayer as well. And just pray for the worldwide assembly, especially those who are sick, shut in. My brother-in-law, Brother James, y'all keep him in prayer. He's going through some things. Please keep him in prayer along with everybody else. tomorrow, I'm gonna share this. Tomorrow they have, let me share this right quick with the family. So you're able to see it. Pull this up. We have the Gird Up Nation.
Yeah.
International Men's Prayer tomorrow. It'll be 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Toll-free number is 518-425-1876 for those brothers who would like to come on the men's prayer. They have prayer and fellowship. It's a good fellowship afterwards. So if you have any prayer requests, you can come on. The brothers will pray. This is a worldwide international men's prayer group. There's the number again, 518-425-1876. That is 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Stop sharing that. I hope everyone had a awesome Feast of Tabernacles and 8th day. We really enjoyed ourselves.
All praise.
We have a new moon coming up.
Got a new moon coming up. Got the feast of
Dedication.
dedication come up, and I need everybody to be thinking of some ideas for the feast of dedication. We'll kick this dedication up, take it up a notch. And the new moon, we'll start doing those. Definitely want to kick those up a notch. But we got the feast of dedication coming up.
Right.
Want to do it big. One of our silver holidays.
That's right.
Start doing our thing. Bump all the Christmas and things, steal it.
Right.
We're gonna do our silver stuff. We're gonna do what the Most High gave us, do the new moons, all that coming up too. So we got another new moon coming up pretty soon. I just want to say to the people that's going down, Two Below with us, whatever you do, if you go down the next weekend, whatever you're doing to support the ministry, just understand that you're partaking in the Great Commission. Okay. We're going from one place to another place to teach and to preach the gospel. So anybody that goes down there, whether you fix a dish or whether you watching over security or reading or teaching a lesson or supporting the ministry, you are partaking in the Great Commission. Yeah, we do it every weekday Friday night when we go worldwide assembly, but you actually finna start doing what the disciples doing, going through the highways and byways, right, traveling from place to place, partaking of the Great Commission. So this is a very special thing for me to be doing. It's what I used to love to do at the other assembly, but it's very special to me to be doing what I knew the disciples did, and Yeshua sending them out into the highways and byways and doing these things. So it's going to be a very special occasion for me, just because this is what I like doing, going to other places and teaching the gospel. So yes, next week's going to be special for me. So if you partaking in that, just understand what you're actually doing is partaking in the Great Commission of Yeshua that he gave the disciples.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
So are we prepare some dishes to take down there? I mean, I know that's what's still kind of.
I would get with Brother Mike down there.
Well, I talked to Mike. He don't even know what the sister down there making. So if y'all want to make some little sandwiches, because she making rotel, we bringing chicken salad. Y'all want to bring some chips, some drinks, make some finger sandwiches, whatever. Do that, because we know two things is chicken salad and rotel. We know that, but nobody say anything about water, sodas, whatever. Whatever you want to bring. You ain't got to bring a lot. Just bring something, that way we'll have something for everybody, a variety, and just supporting the brotherhood, sisterhood down there, supporting the gospel. So we know those two things, rotel and chicken salad, but nothing else has been said.
I get with Brother Mike this evening after class, and get the menu, and I pass it on to you sisters.
Right. And
that way y'all can get together for those who going down next week and kind of coordinate, because we're gonna have fellowship and everything down there.
Right. Somebody said they also doing meatballs.
Okay.
Right.
So we'll get with them. Also, Song 777, our beloved sister, right?
Yeah.
She want us to post the upcoming. They will be posted on the Order Melchizedek Facebook page.
What's that?
The feast day coming up, the dedication,
Okay.
the feast of dedication, we will have it on there. And that way you'll know. And the location too.
Oh, I'm glad you said something. Sister KW, Michelle has her contact information, sister.
You wanna get in on that.
She wanna get in on the group call. Sister KW, sister up in Canton.
Sister strengthening sisters.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Michelle got her contact
Yeah,
info.
that number.
So she wanna get in on that too. Sister, she out in Canton.
Right.
I'm gonna say lift up I push. I don't know what's
Oh,
going on with it.
I hit Nehemiah up. He ain't said nothing back yet.
I push and Sister Francesca Ford. Keep them in y'all
Right.
prayers. They had I know Sister Francesca Ford had a loss in the family.
Right.
And I push got some health issues going on.
Yeah, I hit Nehemiah earlier to try to get an update. He hadn't said anything.
Yeah.
So I'm waiting on to hear back from Nee. Nee supposed to hit me back and let me know how you doing.
Mm-hmm. So, are there any other announcements anyone has? Your sister has a sister strengthening sister meeting coming up.
It will be next Monday.
And we still need before, prior to the new moon, so we can try to figure out what we need to do.
Okay.
And I know that's something that Sister Jessica had talked about, like, you know, she wanted to make sure we do. I hope they'll survive the tabernacles. I saw some of those pictures they posted.
Yeah,
right.
And they look really great.
Right. And also thank for those who donate to the ministry.
Yeah.
May the Most High bless you, bless your household.
So I Willie on Facebook, he said they doing meatballs, chicken. I think he tried to say they got a meat and cheese platter.
Who?
This I Willie on
Oh,
Facebook.
okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to shout some of these folks out? So we,
Yeah.
there you go, man.
Well, hey, we'll give it to make sure. Now that, but you know what, TJ? We need to verify that because Willie supposed to have something in his house. He may be talking about at his house.
No, that's what they were talking about for sure. She was talking about doing. That what they.
So she
talking
gonna
about
do that.
Mhm.
We need to verify that we been out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
She told me to make some, I don't know.
We may not. We gonna check it out.
Let me see. I can't scroll up on that.
Okay, it's all good. Well, we don't have to put you out.
Yeah, we shout out to everybody in the chat. We're gonna do it like that.
Yeah, we're gonna post the feast days on what the book say, not what the book say, or McKell's their Facebook. That's old school there.
Yeah,
That's still part of it though.
We still post
It's
on what
still-
the book say. We just repost. Yeah, we post on what the book say radio.
Hey.
We post.
We're gonna shout some of y'all out. Veronica Pearson, Shalom.
Shalom,
As she
shalom.
said, she understand it clear now.
All praises,
All
Veronica.
right.
She was about to vote or whatever. Hey,
Yeah,
we don't supposed to deal with
make
that.
offering. Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
We got our beloved song 777 in the house.
All praise.
We got Elder Cornell Bates on here. Shalom.
Okay.
From the class, Sister
Shalom.
Lisa Salisbury,
Shalom.
Chiquita Davis in the house.
I think she low.
I'm just calling y'all because I can't see the Facebook people. Michael Ben Israel. I'm gonna call you, Mike, after class. Alfreda Watson in the building. That's right. Sister Elaine Bakes in the house.
What's up, sis?
What up, Mom?
Got your real posting up script. Your mom.
What's up, Mama? She up in here.
Tove Robinson in the building. Our beloved sister.
What it do, family?
Hey, shout out to D-Roll too, man.
Yeah.
He dropped some bombs.
Yeah.
You hear me?
D-Ro put one up in there.
Look, I was playing this. I was actually playing his lesson, Make Your Mind. You know what I'm saying? On the same, just on the same subject matter. On
Sister Linda Ricks in the building. Our beloved sister. Felicia Harris. Shalom.
He's doing good.
yeah.
Felicia Harris.
It was about voting stuff too.
Why voting don't matter or something like that. It was something like that. I got it in my
I posted on what the book say radio.
We had brother Curtis Washington in the building.
What up, Kurt?
Hey, I can't see the rest of y'all because you know y'all been doing some chit chat. But anyway, we're gonna go ahead and close out.
Oh yeah, that's what it's called. Marching, protesting, and voting
That's what it
in
was,
Senate. It's 2 parts to it, I think.
We're gonna go ahead and close out, family.
All right.
Ecclesiastes chapter 12.
All right, we Ecclesiastes chapter 12, 13, and 14.
Mm-hmm. Let us hear the conclusion
Conclusion of the whole matter.
Fear Yah and keep his commandments. For this is the whole duty of man. Thou shalt bring every work into judgment, whether it be secret thing, whether it be good, or whether it be evil.
Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done
In earth, as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day.
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
And forgive us our debt.
And forgive our debts
As we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not
And lead us not
into temptation.
into temptation,
But deliver us
but deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the kingdom.
For thine is the kingdom,
And the power.
and the power,
And the glory.
and the glory,
Forever.
forever.
Amen.
Amen.
Hallelujah. Go ahead.
Hallelujah.
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 Praise the mighty Yah.
Praise the mighty Yah.
Yes, sir. Shalom, shalom.
All of us.
Yes, sir. Shalom, shalom, family. Enjoy the rest of your Sabbath.
Oh, yeah,
Peace in Jesus' name.
Yes, sir.